Let's click this button here. Let's grab this. Okay, here we go. So we are here in Zeiss, and we have a side quest to do before continuing on with the story, of course. Which is I have to figure out the stone statue that stands in the whatever. So let me look at this here. Okay, so we're in Zeiss now. So no, down. No, this is okay. We're going the wrong way here. Zeiss. This is our hint. Approach the man of stone standing in silence within the mountain village pond, and ye shall receive. The mountain village pond. Kesnado, Suikoden 2, Ys 9, Action JRPG still action. Kiseki would be pretty high on my list. Oops, you mean Ys 8. Ys 8's very good. Captain Jeff, I always played Jaws, which if you were against the odd job was so unfair, especially if you were at your friend's house with Nintendo and they knew how to aim manually quickly. I always was like Ivanka or whatever her name is. No, not Ivanka. The girl, because there wasn't girl characters in games very often, so I was always excited to be the girl. Okay, so there is no pond here, right? This is the village pond. So it's gotta be in Elmo Village. But we went to Elmo Village the other day. But I guess we were near the end of stream, so I didn't closely examine. So we're gonna run back to Elmo Village right now. And we didn't clear out the plains there too, so we're just gonna do some monster fighting and plains clearing, and we'll go to Elmo Village and see if that's where our stone statue is. This music is real groovy. You bet your bottom dollar it is. Hey Crunchy Rocks, how's it going? What's going on? What's on the up and up? Oh! I don't know why I thought of this. I think it's because of the Crunchy Rocks, but I watched The Neverending Story for the first time yesterday. I never saw it before, despite being a child from the 80s. I never did see it. And I saw it, and, well, Arcturus... My whole life is ruined from that.
Alright, we're good to go.
Is this loud for you? Because it's kind of loud for me. I think I messed around with some of my audio settings when I was playing games earlier. Sorry, 1 second. Let's just... I can't believe we're getting 3 new Kiseki games this year. Oh, I know. Venice, so excited for your favorite wrestler in WWE 2K23? Venice, how did you know? That's my most anticipated game this year. Also, everyone, that's a joke. I can't support WWE now that Mr. McMahon has come back. And there you go. There's all of the WWE knowledge I have before you. Okay, sorry. I think this is okay. Sorry, just give me a second here. I just need to Alt tab. I feel like no. Oh, for the love of love. Oh, that's not the one I wanted. Oh God. Oops. Oh my God. You see that Dragon Quest 7 box in the back? Well, yes, because that's what I had there while we were playing Dragon Quest 7, but I don't have a box for Trails in the Sky because I actually bought it digitally back in the old day. What am I looking for? Sound mixer options, please, and thank you. Discord has to go down a little bit. Is this better than it was? No, not Discord. Discord doesn't have to go down. Oh, this is... Oh, Steam. Oh, I think it'd be afraid. You'd be afraid to have 2 Tomberries behind you. I mean, you should be. Tomberries are no good, very bad, and they're up to nothing good. Fennis, but he hasn't touched creative yet since his return, so you're holding out hope. Zeiss, sad, no more Chloe. Yep, no more Chloe. We're in Zeiss. And it is nice. I mean, I like Zeiss. I mean, I like everything in this game, but... Cactuar's still kicking it. He's alive. Oh, yeah.
That's that then. Let's move
I
out.
forgot I put the death blow materia septium on Okay, I need to move this so it looks exactly the same way as... Okay, so this will bring me to Zeiss. Yes, Zeiss. It will bring me to Zeiss. Okay. Looking for monsters, looking for stuff. Oh my god, there's so many of those stupid sheep. I put the death blow orb mint on, and not like the regular death blow one which goes away once you use it. I put the 10% chance to instantly kill enemies on, and that's real good. Feels real good. I can't believe 14 has an entire dungeon full of those things. You know, I've done the Tomberry dungeon. I think it needs even more Tomberries. Also, I officially have a Pando Party guild on World of Warcraft, which I feel really good about. So, you know, if all of you ever like, man, I really just need to fly some dragons, join my guild. It's just me. Because I don't think anyone else plays. Hey Dakana, how you doing? What's going on? What's on the up and up? You're black, playing blood. I don't know why I'm slurring all my words. You're back playing 11 now too, on a private. Ooh. Dakana, just got done running my dog through the snow. Nice. Brig joined Captain Giraffe, but he joined on a character like that he just had to create to do it. So it's not like his main characters or anything are on there. A private server called Cladera. Bless my soul. Holy. Thank you, Barry. Does your dog like the snow, Dakana? Caldera. I'm slurring my words too, apparently. Oh, man. Oh, he loves it? Yeah, my old dog, before she passed away, she loved the snow. Oh, yes, your beautiful chocolate lab. There's pictures on the Discord of the chocolate lab. I think, you did, right? You put the chocolate lab on there? God, it's like, I don't need to drink. My brain's already gone every day. Hey, Matt Labonte, how are you? What's going on? What's on the up and up? I almost missed you with all my sneezing. What am I doing? Gosh, I drink coffee specifically to get the brain cloud out of here. And spoiler alert, it's not working, or working fast enough. Matt Laponte, I work super early in the mornings now, so I'm never up late anymore. Do you prefer the mornings, though? Has it been good to you? Right, I'm healing. That's what I'm doing. Tier. Oh, right. Her. And a pickle. A dilly of a pickle here. Estelle's gonna need to. We're gonna need to state this in here. Maybe we'll go check out the middle here. The map always looks so much bigger than it actually is. You're like, wow, it's so huge, and then it's not. Look at the back side here, and you know, these enemies aren't really giving me much, so. Oh, actually, these guys give a lot of green though, so. Berry Vertigo. Caffeine makes you happy. Yeah, I feel like I'm just bad at focusing sometimes without caffeine. Matt Labonte. It's okay. I have a good job and I'm a union now, so I'm doing the best I've ever done. Nice. Oh, sleepy. You're right. See, I can't even read anymore. Caffeine makes you sleepy. Right. That's fair. That's the opposite of what it's supposed to do. That's awesome, though, Matt Labonte. You can't... In today's economy, you can't really ask for more than that. Nice, Mog. My brain reacts really nicely to caffeine, so I like it. I have barely any other vices, so...
That's that thing.
So I take my caffeine and I'll proudly drink it. I've never had any insomnia problems. I've never had trouble falling asleep. I don't have an anxiety issue, so caffeine just helps me to focus.
We're good to go.
Oh yeah, no. I was just saying why I continue to like caffeine. It wouldn't be empty if you hadn't already looted it, now would it? You're right. Matt Labonte, my friend got me the guide to JRPG, so I have the gigantic book now. Hey, awesome, Matt Labonte. Now we're giant book buddies. You know, that's what people call themselves, right? Woo, giant book buddies. Yeah, that's right. Now you too can read the super biased takes.
That's that thing. Let's move out.
Okay, good enough for now. Let's go to Elmo Village. And then talk to the people here. I feel like this is the mountain village where I will find a stone statue. But, I mean, I could be totally wrong. What have we here? Customers? Come right in, have a look around the place. I recommend our spring-boiled eggs. Okay, what do you got for me here? A fluffy spring egg? I'll take it. Any of these things are we running low on? Any of these things are we running low on? That's me speak the English good. Hey, thank you so much for the hydrate, Heat Ender. Hello, hello. And Malabonte, I think that you just resubbed and that all of my stuff has yet to catch up, but thank you so much. Ding. Yeah, I have a redeem on my Pando points where you can get me to read a chapter from the read a game entry in the book. It's very fun. Okay, I know I already looked over here, but I'm double checking. Hey, it's new people. Wow, they're young, or maybe they just look young but are really old. Heh, nice a little date vacation to the hot springs. That boy over there is one major hottie. Hey, you guys are from Zeiss, right? Right? What's popular there now? We're talking about Joshua. I may or may not watch the Royal Rumble tomorrow. Not sure. I think we still have the Peacock here. Isn't the Royal Rumble like the Royal Wumbo? The event? The event of the seas? The whole everything? My husband is just chef in the hotel kitchen. His food is famous with all the visitors here. He even got written about in some tourist book. That's nice. Matt Labonte, okay, now you've got to catch me up on all the Trails of Heroes stuff you've done. All right, I'm listening. Don't forget a single thing. Okay, I'll give you the everything right now. Okay, Matt Labonte. So these two characters right here, they appear to be, they are adopted siblings. By adopted, I don't mean that they're adopted like, so Estelle's dad, Estelle's the girl with the brownish red hair. Her dad adopted Joshua with the black hair. When he was about 10 years old. We don't really know anything about Joshua's life before then. And now they are traveling around the country of Liberal, becoming bracers, full-fledged bracers. Bracers are kind of like a civilian police, but they have like a test to get into the bracers, and then they can arrest people, and then to become a full-fledged bracer, you have to travel all around the country and get recommendations from all the branches. So we're doing that. Meanwhile, our dad has gone missing, and we keep hearing stories of his exploits and how he was just the coolest guy ever. We're hoping we can find our dad, but in the meantime, we're just kind of chilling and, you know, solving problems in each of these little towns to get recommendations, and hopefully hearing news about our dad along the way. And that's really the whole gist of it. The other thing is that Estelle and Joshua are starting to realize, well, I think Joshua knows he has feelings for Estelle. Estelle's starting to not see Joshua as her brother and instead as someone she might have a crush on. Which is a little weird, but also they have only known each other for like a few years. So it's not as weird as if they were like baby siblings. You know what I'm saying? And Space Robot Arm, you want to hear a JRPG lecture? You get a JRPG lecture. So everyone, we're just going to do a little pause here and learn about Phantasy Star Online. So yeah, it's a very slow start, Matt Labonte, to this series, but it ends up spanning across all sorts of, there's like 12 games so far, and they span across all the different countries, all across the continent of Zemuria. And the first three are about these two. And then there's one is set in Crossbell, which are other main characters, but still involve characters from these games. And then there's the Erebonia arc, which is called the Cold Steel games. And they also have, like, Trails of Cold Steel 4 is kind of like the Marvel Endgame of the, like, a big cinematic universe where all the heroes come together again, and it's so great. It's so good. What's this face? What is that face? That's like cool. I regret asking. I just dropped a Goomba. Does it annoy you at all that Phantasy Star is spelled with a PH and not an F? No, because it's the name of the, like, it's the name of a game. It's not like they're calling everything Fantasy PH throughout the game. It's yeah, I agree. It's great. It's like, does it annoy you that, I don't know, I'm just trying to think of other brands that change the spelling of a thing just to make it their brand, you know? I wouldn't be weird about that. Phantasy Star Online, page 614. Oh my gosh, and the Snorlax streams? Y'all are going to kill me. Okay. I'm going to do the lecture, then we'll get Snorlax out here. I have to do the lecture as me. I can't make Snorlax do the lecture, sorry. 614. Oh, the glasses are coming out. Don't worry. I just want to find my spot and then I'll grab the glasses. Okay, Phantasy Star Online series. Wow, it's the back of the book, of course. It's a big one. Here you go. Do. Oh gosh. I don't have room. Let's redeem everything. Well, now it's a queue. God, these are so dirty. How do people with actual glasses deal with it? Deal with how often you can't see through them and how often you have to clean them. Okay. Phantasy Star Online. Developer, Sega, released in the year 2000. Platforms, the Dreamcast, the GameCube, the Xbox, Windows, the PSP, the DS, and the PS Vita. You cry all the time. Yeah, I would too. Dang. I mean, one day, like, eyes, like, I can age as graceful as I want, but eyes are not going to last forever. They do. I will have to wear glasses one day. Yeah, the problem is these are like plastic, like these are fake, right? Like these are fake. So I can't, like, they're the same. Cleaning them is different than cleaning like glasses, right? They get much whatevered. Anyway. Of the Sega Dreamcast's many innovations, none proved quite as influential as its online capabilities. Yuji Naka and Sonic Team leveraged the popular JRPG series Phantasy Star to break new ground with the first ever online console RPG, Phantasy Star Online, or PSO. The new title eschewed the turn-based combat of prior entries, opting for action combat with an emphasis on loot to stand toe-to-toe with Western RPG juggernaut, Diablo. Bum bum bum. Wear real glasses? If I wear real glasses, then I'll ruin my eyes even more. I'm wearing fake glasses. PSO's story, unusually for the series, is not the main focus. Instead, players are encouraged to dive in and play with others online. Each takes the role of an adventurer aboard the refugee ship Pioneer 2, escaping from their doomed home planet. Upon arrival at their new home, Raggle, an explosion on the surface forces the crew of Pioneer 2 down to the surface to investigate. The players hack and slash through 4 different environments, defeating monsters, collecting loot, and unraveling the mysteries of the planet, ultimately leading to a clash with a version of series antagonist Dark Falls. The story quickly takes a backseat to the brand new gameplay. Upon starting a new game, the player is prompted to create a character, a series first. While the classes are new, the races and archetypes they represent will be familiar to series veterans. 3 class types, Hunter, Ranger, and Force, represent melee, ranged combat, and magical experts. Each type is further divided by range, race, and gender, with 3 combinations available for each class type. Full customization options allow players to personalize their characters to an impressive degree for the era, from basic hair and color options to a cross slider allowing for a huge variety of body types. I know where that's going. After creating a character, players can play offline or online. While the game can be completed offline by a single player, it only reaches its full potential with a group. When playing online, up to 4 players can share an instanced hub world in Pioneer 2, where they can interact via text emoticons or pre-generated phrases. Raggle is divided into 4 areas for exploration, unlocked in sequence, with each offering a brand new environment and new enemy types, along with tempting loot, giving new players a sense of discovery throughout their first playthrough. Descending to the planet and battling through these areas comprises the majority of the game. Physical combat consists of light and heavy attacks, but rather than just mashing buttons, each attack requires rhythmic button presses to execute basic combos. As the rhythm changes for each weapon type, learning to use your weapon becomes key. Spell-like techniques, items, and traps add more variety. All available actions can be used via the action palette, 6 configurable buttons that can be mapped to any action in the game. This innovation grants ample customization for most classes, though the sheer number of techniques available to forces often renders the palette inadequate. Outside of the action palette are the game's ultimate attacks, photon blasts granted by another series staple, mags. While a mag starts as a small, innocuous device floating behind your character and offering a minor stat boost, these virtual pets can be fed consumable items that boost their core stats. Depending on which stat the player chooses to focus on, the mag can evolve along different paths through a branching tree of mag evolution. Researching the evolution tree and feeding your mag appropriately becomes a significant part of build planning when creating new characters. This made PSO Online in more ways than one, with research outside the game becoming essential to making it through the hardest content. Sorry, they wrote that sentence really weird. Characters can level up with experience earned by defeating enemies, but the real core of progression echoes the game's primary inspiration, Diablo, acquiring loot. New weapons and armor are dropped by enemies, with bosses dropping some of the rarest and most coveted weapons in the game. Higher difficulties yield scarcer rewards, incentivizing players to replay the game to collect higher tiers of equipment. This loop, once released, provided a long-term hook for players. This recipe proved incredibly popular with players, offering many their first taste of online gaming. After the discontinuation of the Dreamcast in 2001, PSO continued in Phantasy Star Online version 2 for Windows, adding new content alongside a paid subscription. The console version got a new lease on life on the Nintendo GameCube and later Microsoft Xbox as Phantasy Star Online Episode 1 and 2. In addition to a new chapter that acts as a full sequel to the original game, the GameCube version added improved graphics, new classes, and an offline split screen, allowing players without an internet connection to play through the game with friends. The new content was popular with existing fans, with offline multiplayer offering a new way to play for those who missed out on the online action. Another sequel followed just a year later with significant change. Phantasy Star Online Episode 3, Card Revolution, replaced the dungeon-delving RPG elements of the original game with a turn-based tactical RPG based around card battles. Players built custom decks made up of classic PSO monsters, items, and techniques, and did battle in both story mode and online competition. While this was an unexpected move, it was well received and offered a unique spin on the world fans had grown to love. A full Windows port of Episode 1 and 2 came in 2004 as Phantasy Star Online Blue Burst, which also included a new Episode 4, moving the game online only to mitigate rampant item duplication problems. The last official servers for Phantasy Star Online lasted until 2010, and dedicated plans maintain private servers to this day. In 2007, Sega aimed to revamp the PSO series with a follow-up on PC, PS2, and Xbox 360, Phantasy Star Universe. Unlike PSO, attempting to cater to both new and returning fans. Unlike PSO, the game featured a fully realized single-player story attempting to cater to both new and returning fans. While it sold well enough to produce an expansion and several PlayStation Portable spin-offs, the core gameplay felt dated, with the rote story doing little to elevate the rest of the game. Another revamp came in 2008 called Phantasy Star Zero for the Nintendo DS with a more cartoony look and a stronger focus on story. The game did an admirable job of adapting the scope of PSO to the smaller system, but the scale down came at the cost of a crowded UI and smaller combat areas. Phantasy Star Online 2, a fully fledged sequel to Phantasy Star Online, was released in Japan in 2012, offering an experience more akin to a full MMORPG while maintaining the action core of the series. The game would flourish across a number of systems in Japan before localization into English in 2020 for the Xbox One and Windows. PSO 2 would inspire spin-off Phantasy Star Nova for the PlayStation Vita in 2014, putting a Monster Hunter spin on Phantasy Star Online 2's world. While Nova was successful in Japan, it never saw a Western release. Phantasy Star Online remains a landmark title in both online gaming and RPGs. Not only did it offer an early example of a classic JRPG franchise completely overhauling its core gameplay into something entirely new, a move that would later be seen in hit titles like Final Fantasy XI and Dragon Quest X, it acted as a gateway to the online gaming world for countless gamers. PSO remains the original blueprint for the modern co-op JRPG. While the main series lies dormant, Phantasy Star Online continues on. Ding! Yes, that was a big one. Okay, bing, 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 bing. Bing, bing. Okay. Now we'll do this. Now I have to grab Snorlax, so bear with me for 3 minutes. And hey, no problem. Thank you, Captain Giraffe. Okay, I'll be back.
Hello, everyone. It is me, Snorlax. I hope you're all doing wonderfully this evening. Pando might be realizing that she doesn't have a way to play this video game and have me stream at the same time because of the length of her, the length of her controller cord. But how are you all doing? It is, in fact, a wild Snorlax. I hope you all are having a wonderful evening. It's a wild Snorlax. Indeed, it's me. Hello, Enchilada. Venom, no one saw Snorlax stream. Indeed. Snorlax stream difficult. Hello, Matt Labonte. Venom, Snorlax, did Pando send you here so she could play more World of Warcraft? Well, if that was the case, she wouldn't be able to play more World of Warcraft because she would need to play on this PC that I'm at currently. So that would be funny, wouldn't it? That's a lie. She could play on her MacBook too because with one purchase of World of Warcraft, you could play on whatever system you have it on. Not like that Final Fantasy XIV, where I would have to buy the game 3 times to play on any of the things that I have, which is kind of a bummer if you ask me. Matt Labonte, you can put Snorlax away, lol. You don't have to sit around for 20 minutes. Well, I'll give you another, we'll see if anyone has any questions for Snorlax, and then this usually works better when I'm not playing a game on my PC because the cord I have available to do so is really short, and I never considered that. So, Snorlax life, am I right? Space Robot Arm, Snorlax, what's your favorite song? My favorite song is Sister Christian, Motorin', what's your price for flight? And finding Mr. Right. You know that song? It starts out real slow, then gets real powerful by the end. That's a Snorlax song. Best Bender says, what is your favorite attack? My favorite attack is rest. Because I love rest. Venom, I thought Snorlax's favorite song was Wake Me Up Before You Go Go. No, Snorlax doesn't love the jitterbug, It's a little, it's too poppy and boppy, Snorlax likes his power rock, his power ballads and rock, I don't know. Space Robot Arm, ever heard Sister Christian on the Poke Flute? Have I? That's my favorite way to wake up is Sister Christian on the Poke Flute. Space Robot Arm, thank you for asking. Oh boy. Matt Labonte, rest is also my favorite attack. Casnado thinks this is... Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad you think this is awesome. Ho, 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 ho. Let me just point out to you. Oh God, I'm falling from my chair. I'm just so big. I don't really necessarily fit very well. I should have been tucked in a bit better. I blame Pando for not setting up my setup a little better. Throw a Master Ball. Now, I don't live in a Master Ball. In fact, I'm technically an uncaught Snorlax. I don't have any Pokeball. I just chose to hang out with Pando because, well, she feeds me, and that's all right by me. I'm a wild Snorlax. Venom, Snorlax, we haven't seen her in months. Is Pando okay? I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, Venom. Pando is actually Pando's mean alter ego. They are, in fact, one and the same. But don't tell Pando I told you that. She's rather embarrassed by Van Pando and chooses to believe that she's a second entity when really she is the mean part of Pando. I keep telling her she has to accept that Van Pando is in fact a part of her, and that's how you truly grow, is to look at the ugliness within and make peace with that. Best Bender, oh yeah, I forgot about Van Pando. Don't ever forget about Van Pando. She's important and special. Wow, this is getting deep, right? If you play Persona 4, you will know that you must accept the bad parts of yourself, because they are also part of you. Now, I've watched Pando play Persona 4 like 8,000 times, and she still hasn't got that dang message through her skull, so what can I do but accept it? Well, everyone, I guess because I can't play the video game, if Matt Labonte feels like he got his money's worth with the Snorlax stream, I'm going to maybe go sit in my regular chair and watch this Trails game because well, frankly, I'm much too big to grab the controller and play the video game. All right. Well, I'll take the silence as, oh yes, I'll catch you down the road. Yes, thank you. I'm looking forward to streaming again someday. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Take my words to heart. Snorlax is needing to find the mouse. And I need to find it. Okay. Be right back. Okay, we will get to the video game now. Hi, Black Rose. Best Bender. I know, who was it? Kisnado? Someone wanted to hear the Murloc. I can't remember who. But in this instance, I will play the Murloc. Hi, Black Rose. How you doing tonight? What's going on? What's on the up and up? Yeehaw! Okay, there we go. Murloc has done his due diligence.
Beautiful audience. Mwah. Okay. You need that toy? I got him a long time ago. It was like an adopt a Murloc. He came with an adoption certificate and everything. It's really great, but he's real old. Okay. Sorry. Back to video games. Oh my god, where did I put the controller? It's over here. Holy guacamole. All right. There we go. Okay. Now back to what we're doing here. Okay, we talked to that lady. We're looking for the stone, whatever. That's in a pond. Are you looking for a place to stay for the night? The Maple Leaf Inn is on the other side of town, just past the hot water tower. It's a nice place. You should stop by and have a look. Okay. Yeah, I can do that. The Maple Leaf Inn. Is there anything behind here? No. The door is locked in the pump shed. Fair. Okay. Let's go to the inn and see if we could use the hot spring. This game is super chill. And then you get further into the games and they get more nuts. Have a great night, Best Bender. Rest well and be safe. Ooh, a wild veggie pot. Yes, please. Hello and welcome to the Maple Leaf Inn. We also have authentic Eastern cuisine. We hope you have a wonderful time. What do you got for me? Fruity milk? Yes, please. Specialty eggnog. Oh my gosh, love eggnog. Okay, monster sushi. Yes, I want all of those things. Welcome everyone, this is the famous Maple Leaf Inn. We have lots of fine springs, including our famous Eastern style outdoor bath. That sounds nice. What a quiet day. Days like this are nice from time to time. If every day was like this though, it would be bad for business. Open air bath. My guess is that our stone... Can I go out here yet? Because there's nothing like a hot bath after fishing. For that matter, there's nothing like a hot bath after just about anything. What a luxurious idea that is. You're sure right. A card hangs from the door, cleaning in progress. But I want... Is my stone statue in there? I think so. Oh, I can go down here? Oh my gosh. Found a package wrapped in oiled paper. Inside was the herby woodpecker. Okay, we got it. Perfect. That's everything. That's what we were looking for. Now we can head all the way back to Zeiss. But we'll finish talking to the people here and maybe we'll use the inn too, because Estelle has no mana. Or EP as they call it in this game. Okay. Here we go. Now let's vamoodle back to Zeiss. We can give the herby woodpecker to the lady. Oh, I went the wrong way, of course. I'm turning my own self around here. Okay. Let's get out of here. Hi, Boo Lispid. How are you doing tonight? What's going on? What's on the up and up, my friend? Does anyone have any fun weekend plans ahead of them? You do nothing on the weekend. That's your favorite. Nice. I think I'm gonna go eat a hot dog with my sister tomorrow. And then Women Talking is at the theater, and as someone who likes to see the critically acclaimed films, I'm very excited to go see that maybe. OT and then gym, nice. Oh, have you made some progress? Yep, you betcha. We brought you your book. Please take a look to be certain. Oh my, this is indeed the right book. Thank you for finding it. Haha, like there was ever any doubt. To be honest, I thought it was going to be a wild goose chase. I'm quite impressed that you actually managed to find it. Now I know I can leave the rest of the work in your hands. Wait, what? What's rest of the work? There's more? Traditionally, the researchers would hide 3 books. This leaves us with 2 still yet to be found. Did I not tell you? This is most definitely the first I've heard of it. How odd. But you're already aboard the ship, so to speak. So I hope I can count on your full support until the end. Well, I guess so, but you mean we have to deal with another unhinged person's idea of a game? Speaking of which, it's just like back in Rouen. No need to worry. The next book's hint has no words. Really? The proof is in the pudding, as the saying goes. See for yourself. Wow. Holified Ichigo, hello. Finally beat Yin on Nightmare. Man, that was hair pulling. I found out food is still the go-to when playing Nightmare. Well, that's good. OT and gym, Captain Giraffe, Matt Labonte. Yeah, I do gym first thing in the morning on Saturday and Sunday. Nice. It's so much better to get it out of the way right away and then not have to worry about it for the rest of the day. You've got to be kidding. No comments or anything. The name of the book in question is Hertz's Adventure 2. Hertz's Adventure 2. Got it. Only the first part remains in the library, so it gets quite frustrating having to listen to patrons ask out the sequel constantly. Well, I hope this gets you fired up to find it. Lovely. Another brain teaser to figure out. I take back what I said about the stupid poetry. I'd much rather do that. Oh well, either way, we'd still be stuck trying to puzzle it out. Well, best of luck. I'll be waiting here as always. All right, we'll be off then. We'll be back with the book before you know it. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's try the roof. There was those 4 little dots, but I guess those are not. That's a bummer. Bracers, bona fide fetchers. Yes, totally. Man, a diagram. So I'm guessing it's got to be in the middle of whatever there are 4 things around. So I hope it's like in Zeiss. It would suck to have such a stupid clue and then... Oh, the new Power Wash Simulator update came out today, I think. You know, I need to download that game. I've heard it's actually, like, got a surprisingly a surprisingly good story or decent story. But either way, story or not, it just looks really fun. You know, you actually beat Power Wash Simulator on Xbox. Yeah, I have a Game Pass. I think it's on there still. Have you ran into anything with anything in a square formation? Because that has you stumped. Yeah, I don't think I have necessarily, but I'm going to check around the factory here. I have I should be able, this might be a quest I can't actually finish right now, but I would rather finish it now if I can. It's as much of a story as you'd expect from a game about power washing, but it's interesting. But actually just added 5 new jobs around Croft Manor. Yes, around Lara Croft's Manor. I saw that. And that's very fun. It's a long one. They're usually long right now, but I will still try to get them done first if I can. Oh, medium actually. So I would rather get this done right now. But I will do what I did with the ring, where if I can't find it immediately here, I'll just goggle it and see if I can actually do it right now. You just saw it? Here? Oh. Yeah, it wasn't there, but it looks like it, doesn't it? I checked the roof that had a similar thing. The smokestacks? Oh. Like which ones? Good night, Black Rose. Thanks so much for hanging out. Right. But this would make this like 0 right here, like in the middle here. I don't think that's it. Hey, that's okay. We'll look around. We'll see if we see anything else that matches that. But I am no stranger to goggling things. I don't mind looking things up. Do you think there's some crates around here? Okay, I'm just gonna look it up real quick just because it's really a wild goose chase here, so let me just walk through. You tend to Google missables like recipes, books, and hidden quests. Don't like talking to 1,000 people. Yeah, I actually love talking to 1,000 people, but even then you could like be super careful about that and still miss something. But I usually just, I don't really care about missing something at some point. Oh my goodness, why is this bad? Why don't you have a thingy? I want, perfect. Okay, so we are in Zeiss. +2. Oh, trap planes and where I got the sapphire talisman. Where did I get that? It's in the trap planes though. Okay, so I'm guessing there's like a rock formation out here. Okay, I think that might be the second. Oops. I thought I was gonna hit that guy. It might be the second map here. We'll go double check. Are any of these in a square-like formation? Do I have the sapphire amulet? I'm gonna look. Do I even know what this thing's asking of me? It doesn't look like it. So where was that? It's in the trap plains. Maybe the other one? Oh. There it is. Okay, we found it. Inside was Hertz's Adventure 2. Okay, got it. This is messed up. We'll fight these guys too. And get our sapphire amulet, I guess. I just don't want him to be able to go, you know? Wow, okay, goodbye grasshoppers. Hoppers of the grass. Yeah, that's right. Look at them. They're so flipping cute.
Okay.
The chest is, you guessed it, empty. Sure the heck is. Okay, cool. Cool. Got what we need. Let's run out of here. I guess I should have investigated that way the last time we came through here, but I did not. Okay. Let's turn in this quest now, or this book. Bow, 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 bow. Oh, did you find the book by any chance? Heh, indeed we have. Hey Brig, what's going on? What's on the up and up? Again, please check it over just to be certain. Handed over Kurtz's adventure too. Yes, this is the genuine article. And that leaves us with just one left. I need a break. What kind of book are we chasing down this time anyway? I'll spare you the teasing this time. The last one is entitled 31 Cypress Trees. And here's its card. It's got more of that unusual writing on it.
Who's that Pokemon?
For the Alliance.
Hello, Brig. What's going on? What's on the up and up? Thank you so much for that resub. It means so much to me, even if you're cheering for those Alliance. You three won Cypress Trees nestled atop this grassy hill. Afflictions of far off FL lands draw nigh unto me like wine barrels, tumbling lightly down a soft incline as I drift into reverie, enveloped within the resonance of the tolling bell. Let's see, there's a lot of weird capitalization here. N G 3 N G H F L N U. I wonder if any of these actually mean anything. I'm gonna just write something. I'm gonna write down all the weird things. 3 F L barrels. There's lots of, okay, I bet you those are like all the letters I need or something like that. I don't know. 3 G H O N F L N U barrel. R E B I don't know. Is it anything backwards? B E R I I don't think this is anything backwards either. Oh, I forgot the DH. Oh man, more of this gibberish. I think I'm actually starting to get used to these. Another riddle. Is this your specialty or something? Well, your task is the same as before. May Idios herself speed you on your way to success. Okay, we're going. Pardon us. Man, what the heck? FL. Time to order some za. My job bought me pizza today and I was pretty excited about that. Oh, so yeah, it's a good pizza today. I really enjoyed that. Sorry, oops, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna check out the next one. Sandstheim Gate. Oh, they had it delivered to our place. We don't have an office. My job does not have an office, which is fun. It was, even before COVID, my job was a completely remote gig, so. Okay, let's go see. Sandstheim Gate or whatever it's called. Let's go see if we can go to it. Oh, Sandstheim Gate, that way. Yeah, I knew that. Didn't know if the new place was or not. No. Sorry. My old place did have an office. And it was like I would have had to go into the office of the old place. No. My new job is completely remote in the sense that like my new job has 0 offices. My old place had a gajillion offices and big offices. Like it was a big skyscraper like company. And yeah, I was in an office until COVID hit with that job. Nope, it's not. I don't work for a developer. I work for a PR firm. I've said it before. I mean, it's a company. I have it on my Twitter profile, so it's not like a secret or anything. But yeah, no, it's a PR firm for video games specifically. Matt Labonte, I worked for FedEx Express until COVID ruined my life and my job. Well, it sounds like you got a pretty good gig now, though. Brig, I was watching the dev update for Ashes of Creation today. I was like, I wonder if that's Panda's new place. Oh, yeah, that's, I think I know what game you're talking about, but, no. That is not. Oh, well. It's been a lot of monster killing requests coming in for me. And lots of monsters I've never seen before. That can't be a good sign. Welcome to the Sandstheim Gate. We've repurposed it into a checkpoint for the capital, but the historic ruins remain. Even with the public airships, we still have many visitors who just come for sightseeing. AOC looks interesting, but it'll be hardcore PvP MMO and open world raid dungeons. Nice. Nice. Oh, I don't have any money. Welcome. Come right in. Please have a seat anywhere. Welcome. Oh, it's almost time for the soldiers to have lunch. I do hope Private Jules can make it. We walked here from the capital along the Herb Scenic Route. Oh, it's a beautiful little tree and garden lined path. If you're going to the capital, I recommend using it. My husband never comes home. Even living in the capital, life can get tiresome. Welcome to the Sanctime Gate. This is the inn. It's open to all travelers, so come in. There's a restaurant next door where my daughter works. You should drop by. The food is surprisingly good. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that Joshua was almost dead. The Sanctime Garrison main's duty is the Sanctime Garrison's main duty is to the castle gates, but we also do street patrols. The Queen's birthday celebration is coming up, and that means an increase in travelers. And if we had an attack by a particularly fierce monster, we need to plan for that now. Gransel's such a nice place. It certainly lives up to the image of our capital. Everyone is free with their wallets too. Our crafts have never sold better. We've managed to put together some capital. I think we're off to stock up on orpiment products. If we resell them in the Republic, we can make quite a hefty profit for ourselves. Hey, long time no see. Hey, it has been a while. Who's this? You remember that kid who was looking for the quartz fragment in Rollett, don't you? Remember? We took a request to find it a while back. Are you headed to Gransel? Nah, we're off to Zeiss. We made some cash in Gransel and have some shopping to do. Mom said we're going to take this mirror and stock up on orbments. They say the eyes are the first to go, but she can still spot a good deal. I can see you're still an obnoxious brat. What? I'm only seeing what everybody else is thinking. Catch you later. If I hang around too long, my mom will tear me a new one. You probably won't play it. Fair. You spent 2 hours last night leveling dirt to make my beachside house in Valheim? That sounds fun. We took the gorgeous scenic route here. The trees were so beautiful. The colors of those old stones are so romantic. It was like we were in our own personal storybook. It was like we were Oscar and Princess Cecilia. I was on my way to Gransel for the birthday celebrations, and then I decided to invite my girlfriend and take the herb scenic route here, walking through the trees hand in hand. It was like a dream. It's pretty relaxing. Nice. That sounds pretty great. I thought for sure this would be my barrels. This 3D 2D is surreal in like a good or bad way. A package was found wrapped in oil paper. Inside was 31 cypress trees. Woohoo! Found it! That's the last one. Now we can finally finish up our work for the librarian. You ain't kidding. Huh? What's wrong? There's a card stuck in the book. And something's written on it. You have done well. Though I know you not, I salute you for coming so far. Allow me to introduce myself. I am a quartz researcher and the criminal who hid the 3 books. I have used the riddles as a way to find someone intelligent, to whom I could entrust my work, and you lived up to my hopes and expectations remarkably. Consider the enclosed quartz your reward. Take care when examining it. Thank you for all your time. I truly hope that my quartz will prove useful to you. P.S. If you have found this package by sheer chance, how embarrassing. And lucky you. Please return to the 2nd floor archives of the Central Factory. That's it. So it was all one big practical joke? So it would seem. Have you looked in the package? Oh, right. Let's see what we can see. Found Impede 3. Jackpot. I think we should check in with the client for the time being. Fine by me. Okay, equip. I think I have an Impede Orbment already on Estelle, so yeah, she should have another one. Impede 3. Ah, yeah. It's good? Yeah, I agree, Heat Ender. It's very good. Okay. Now we can actually continue on with the story. That indie mecha RPG is out now. Which one's that? Sea of Stars? I don't think Sea of Stars is out now, is it? That would be a huge release if it was. I don't think that one has its release date yet. Chain of Echoes is fun. I've heard a really great thing of Chain of Echoes. Maybe that's the one. Yeah, that one's been out since I think last Echoey Chain, Xenogears vibes. Interesting. I don't really know much about Chain of Echoes, but I know people will love it. And I think that came out last month. Oh, perchance have you... Yep, we have the last book. Just to be sure, please take a look at it. Yes, this is definitely it. I'm impressed you actually found all 3 books. Heh, just took some perseverance and patience. Oh yeah, that's not all we found. It was right in the same spot as the book. Handed over the note and quartz left behind by the thief. Perhaps this is a clue as to his motivations. Still, regardless of the reason, you've done a great deal for me. You can keep the quartz for yourselves, in return for my having taken up so much of your time. Thank you! So, was that all you need us to do? Yes, that's the lot. Oh, that's a relief. I was afraid you were going to say you still had more work for us. You've worked so hard that there's really nothing left. I'm very grateful for your help. Now I can just relax for the time being. What? Oh, it's nothing. Thank you again. Feel free to come by anytime. We will, thanks. Pleased to be of service. Matt Labonte, put a couple hours into it, but not much. I don't play games much anymore. Work and gym mostly. Now you have a house to take care of. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I could ever not have time for games. I think I would get like physically depressed. Okay. Now we can go up and talk to the guy. Okay, that's not the guy, so I'll have to find, is he on the next floor? Maybe. Okay, nope, you're not the guy. Was he in the office? That's why I don't want a big house. More maintenance. Yeah, my dream house is something relatively small, but with a finished basement to be my special nook. Okay, it's probably the office on the second floor this whole time. Not a finished attic? No, basements are homier and cozier to me. Plus, they stay cool in the summer, and they stay cool in the winter too, but at least you can warm them up. But staying cool in the summer is very important to me. Attics give you high ground. I live in one of the most stable parts of the world. There's no floods or anything like that around here. Sorry, I've talked to all these people before. I'm just trying to find the guy we need to talk to. What? Make arrangements with Zeiss to speak with the factory chief. Well, maybe we'll go down and talk to the receptionist. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, were you the ones with Tito before? Oh, you were the ones with Tito before, no? Welcome to the Central Factory. Can I help you? We are from the Bracer Guild. We'd like to meet with the factory head if we may. Estelle reached into her pouch, paused for dramatic effect, then flourished the introduction note to meet the factory chief. Joshua looked stoic and tried not to roll his eyes. I see. Just a moment, please. Hazel used the intercom, keeping one wary eye on Estelle all the while. Sir, I'm terribly sorry to bother you during your... Yes, sir. The people from the Bracer Guild are... Yes, sir, right away. Thank you for waiting. Factory Chief Murdoch will see you now. His office is upstairs on the second floor. Nice! I didn't think he'd see us so quickly. Let's not keep him waiting. Hey, I've been waiting for you two, Estelle and Joshua, right? Yes, it's nice to meet you, sir. We're sorry to bother you at work like this. Don't worry yourselves about that. The Bracer Guild, and Cassius in particular, have done a great deal for me in the past. It would be rude of me not to welcome his children. Huh? You know Dad? I guess you might say that. He was my benefactor. It's no exaggeration to say that the Central Factory produces the finest orbits in the land. Naturally, the confrontations over our craft have never really stopped. Whenever we had a problem, we'd always contact the Roland branch and have him come over. I see. That explains all the business trips then. And now my benefactor's kids come to visit me themselves. So what can I do for you? I'm happy to help. Thanks, sir. It's kind of a long story. Joshua and Estelle explained to Murdoch about the events surrounding the mysterious black orbment. I see. Well then, would you mind if I had a look at this orbment? Sure, no problem. Estelle produced the black orbment and handed it to the factory chief. Now this certainly is an oddity. It's obviously made from modern materials, but the caliber isn't inscribed anywhere. Caliber? You mean the numbers that are carved into the orbment's frame? Exactly. It's almost unheard of for an orbment to be produced without them. That's just not in Liberal either. Most other nations on the continent are the same way. It's been a tradition dating back to when the orbments were first invented 50 years ago. Huh, you don't say. Estelle took out her combat orbment and eyeballed it suspiciously. You're right! There are numbers right there! Crazy! You mean to say that you've never noticed in all this time? Oh, you hush. But seriously, is it really that strange for one to have no caliber on it? It's pretty much a part of the production process, and that goes for any orbital factory. It's as if this one were a prototype or something. If so, I'd imagine it wasn't made to entertain at birthday parties, if you take my meaning. So, less with the sweet and awesome, more with the stabby hurty. Got it. Of course, I can't say for certain without looking inside. What is it? I can't find the maintenance cover. Now that I really look at it, it has no seams to it at all. How the hell was this thing made? There sure is, Heatender. I don't see any way to check out the inside of it. Aw, man. Would it be possible to cut it open? That might work, yes. But I'd hate to just break something belonging to Cassius like that. Oh, okay. Maybe we should let that professor handle it. Oh, right. The one mentioned in the note. Yeah, he should be able to tell us something. There was a note that was included with the orbment. Estelle showed Murdoch the note that was in the package for Cassius. Please ask Professor R to do an analysis. You wouldn't happen to know who this Professor R is, would you? Well, let me think. From the letter R and the people that Cassius knew, it must be Professor Russell. I thought so. Who's Professor Russell? And wait a second, how do you know this guy? I don't, but I know of him. He's known as the person who brought orbital technology to Liberal in the first place. Hey, you know your stuff. As I'm sure you know, orbments were invented by Professor Epstein, and Professor Russell was one of his disciples. 40 years ago, he brought the orbments and his knowledge back, and that's why Liberal is a technologically advanced nation. You might say that he was the father of the orbital revolution. Wow, now that is impressive. Man, I had no idea that Dad knew anyone like that. Even so, it worries me that a little that you'll be letting the old prof, handle this orbment. We have no idea what it is, really. Huh? Well, how to put this? For good or ill, he's a certified genius. When he gets an idea for a new invention in his head, there's just no telling what he'll do. Much like the time when he was developing the first orbital airship. What's with the far-off look? I guess that a lot's happened. Sorry. I'm sure that he'll be able to figure this thing out. Go find him and ask him about it. It can't hurt. Thanks, Chief. Where should we go to find him? Hold on a moment. Murdoch flipped the switch on the intercom. Testing, testing. Ah, good. Actually, I've been looking for you. Sorry to bother you, but can you come here? All right, I'll be waiting. What, did you just call the professor or something? Oh, no. He actually has a private workshop in town. He has all the latest technology at his disposal, so I know he can figure out something about that thing. Wow, he really must be a genius. Wait, then who did you call? His granddaughter. She works here at the factory. I'm sure the child will be happy to show you the way. The child? Excuse me? What? You? Oh, Estelle and Joshua? You mean that you know each other? Yeah, we only just met a little while ago, though. So then, I guess that she's the professor's granddaughter. Exactly. Tita, I've been talking with Estelle and Joshua here. I'd like for you to show them the way to your house. To see Grandpa. Okay, I will. I appreciate it. Ah, yes, if you learn anything new, I'd love it if you came back and told me. As an engineer, I'm extremely curious to know more about this. Ha 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 ha, sure thing. If you'll excuse us then. Hey, I didn't think you'd be coming. And you're even the granddaughter of the famous professor. It's no wonder you're so comfortable with orbments. Oh, come on. I'm still just studying under my grandpa. Oh, by the way, do you Bracers have business with my grandpa? Well, sort of. The situation is kind of complicated. We could explain everything once we see your grandfather. Oh, okay. My house is in the southwest corner of town. Get off the escalator and go straight until you reach the south entrance. Then turn to the west and there it is. Got it. Well, let's get moving. Okie dokie. 1F. Let's just throw a save down because we haven't done that in a moment. Sorry, I don't mean to be messing around with stuff here. I'm just... Sorry, just fanning it a little loud for myself. Hope it's not too low for you now. If you need me to make it a bit louder, I can do that for you too.
This is my house.
Wow, nice place. Professor Russell is here?
No, I think he's in the workshop. Through this door.
We should go and say hi then. Well, not here. Is he upstairs? Oh, there he is.
I'm home, Grandpa.
Okay, maybe this way.
So this is the professor?
Nice to, meet you.
My name is Estelle Bright of the Bracer Guild. We actually came to get your expert opinion on...
Got it! I did it! It's finally complete! That's right, who's the man? I'm the man! Yes, I should start testing it at once!
Whoa! What the hell?
I'm sorry, Estelle. Grandpa kind of goes into a trance when he's working, and he doesn't really notice what's going on around him. I think he's just finished up the device he's been working on for the past few days.
I see. He really is something. Oh, he's something, all right.
I'm so embarrassed. Grandpa, there are some people here who need to talk to you.
Huh? Oh, Tita, you've come at just the right time. I need your help with compiling the data from these tests.
But Grandpa...
This new invention will actually block a biosensor orb's detection faculties. It emits a unique orbital force field that deflects the energy that a biosensor sends out when it scans.
Oh, really?
Yes, really. Since when do I overstate my own accomplishments? Now come on, we've got testing to do.
Right.
Professor Russell and Tita began working with some complex-looking equipment.
Hey, now.
Never mind, Estelle. I think we should just let them be for a little while.
Hey, you with the black hair.
Who? Me?
Who else? On the upstairs bookcase is a notebook titled Orbital Energy is Applied to Force Fields. Go get it. Oh, go on, be quick about it. All right.
Wait, Joshua!
Hey, young lady. You with the antenna hair.
Antenna?
Oh, no, you didn't!
Quit farting around and make some coffee.
Why should I have to make you coffee?
I take it black, by the way. I want it clear as mud.
You're not hearing a word I say. Fine, whatever.
Yep, perfect. All set, Grandpa.
Just as fast as ever.
Oh. Where are Estelle and Joshua?
Who?
Come to think of it, I do vaguely recall a couple of young folks. Murdoch sent along some fresh faces then, I presume.
Grandpa?
And so Estelle and Joshua inadvertently wound up as assistants in the experiment. After many small but relatively harmless explosions and some singeing of the eyebrows, the day gave way to evening. Sorry about all of that. I just assumed you were both new employees at the Central Factory, so it's only natural that you wound up being drafted as assistants.
This is no laughing matter, especially since the only thing you had me helping with was making coffee. Girls can bang metal parts together too, old man.
Relax, Estelle. We got some valuable experience out of the deal in the end. How often does one get to participate in startup tests on a brand new type of orbman after all? Well now, you're a bright lad there, aren't ya? Want to give up this bracer nonsense and start up in the field of orbital engineering?
Grandpa? I'm really sorry, guys. I guess I got caught up in the moment, too. You don't need to apologize, sweetie. But I thought the father of the orbital revolution was going to be some really amazing man. Not some old fart with attention deficit issues.
Please, you're too kind. Moving on, so I'm being paid a visit by the children of Cassius. That's quite the surprise.
So you really do know our dad?
Yes, from way back when. I've known him since his army days, some 20 years or so.
I've met him too. He had the really nice mustache, right? Well, I don't know if I'd call it nice so much as suspicious looking. But if he's known Dad for that long, it looks like you will be safe and trusting you-know-what with Professor Russell after all.
Yes, I have to agree. What are you talking about? And what was it you wanted my help with?
Well,
Estelle explained to the professor the whole sequence of events surrounding the Black Orbment. I see.
Wow, a pitch black orbment.
Yes, most intriguing. And with no inscribed caliber or seams. Look at that frame, too. Professor Russell produced a cutting tool from his belt. Without a word, he pushed the blade's edge against the outer shell of the orbment.
Wait, what are you doing?
It's a special alloy steel cutter. Just as I thought. Here, take a look.
Okay.
Estelle, Joshua, and Tita peered intently at the black orbment.
Huh? There's not even a scratch.
The frame is made from some type of metal that I've never before encountered. Opening it up for a closer look is going to be quite the task, I think.
That's just crazy.
If we can't find some way to open it, we'll be right back to square one. Well, I can certainly spend some time on trying. But first, I think that maybe we should put it under a measurement scan.
A what now? That huge piece of equipment you saw when we were working on the experiment. Good night, Matt Labonte. Rest well, be safe. We'll see you again, okay? It can gauge orbital energy activity in real time. You're making my head hurt with your technobabble. Just tell me what using that thing will accomplish.
To put it in layman's terms, it'll allow us to see just what this orbment does. We won't be able to draw any definitive conclusions just from measuring what kind of orbital activity is occurring, but it's a start. And that should give us a major clue. Indeed. So without further ado...
Grandpa, shouldn't we have lunch first?
Sure.
Estelle and Joshua, you're both welcome to join us. I can't promise it'll be anything special, but... Sounds great to me.
We'll even help with prep. All right, come on then. I've got a bit to do while lunch is prepared.
No, I want to see it too. No fair working when I'm not around.
My house, my rules.
What is up with these two?
Now I see where she gets it. Ahem. Now, if everyone is ready, let's get this started. Estelle, if you'll put the orbment on the stand.
Okay. Like this?
Yes, thank you. Are you ready, Tita?
All set.
Good, good. Now, commencing orbital force measurement test on the Black Orbment. Black Orbment? So that's going to be the official name after all?
But using it officially is so boring and simple. Why not something cool like dark thingy of impending doom?
No, simple is best. Anything longer than Black Orbment would just be annoying to say.
Fidget. Aw, look at her. She's all anxious to start. Huh? Oh,
All right, let's begin. Tita, if you'll activate the scanner, please.
okay.
Output set at 45. Put all measuring equipment on standby.
Roger. Done. All measuring equipment is calibrated.
Okay, from here on out is the real deal. Since no direct input or output was detected, all we can do is measure how the central crystal circuit responds. Now, let's see just how much this contraption is really worth.
You're sure in a good mood.
And click.
Neat. It's all glowing and stuff.
I get it. It's putting a major strain on this crystal circuit. There. Tita, any readings?
Yes, but they're kind of weird.
Huh?
The tachometer needle's shaking like crazy. Now it's spinning around the dial.
What? What's going on here?
Joshua!
It's that same black light from before. What? Oh wow, a blackout. Just negates all orbments.
Grandpa, it won't take much more of this. We have to shut it down.
Don't you dare! Just a little longer and we'll have something.
Wait a second, all the lights in town are going out. Huh?
What in? Bah, we have no choice then. Terminating the experiment.
Oh, they're back on. Whew.
Let's see the readout. Nothing. It didn't record anything. And the only thing that kept working was the scanner on which the black orbit sat. But even then, well, as for everything else, good. It looks like the experiment's finished.
How's it outside?
Fine. All the lights are back like nothing happened. There's still a lot of people panicking though.
Okay, but just what the hell was all that?
That was what I would dub the orbital shutdown phenomenon.
The what down?
You mean how everything inside all the orbments just stopped working at once?
So the black orbment did this?
Yes, I've no doubt. But I would never have dared to guess that its effect would be so extensive. There's definitely more to this than I expected. Interesting. Most interesting indeed.
Only you would think causing a blackout over an entire city is interesting.
Professor! Ah, Murdoch, just the man I wanted to see. The feeling is not mutual. Every single time you invent something, it means trouble for me. What the hell were you up to that would cause all of the power downtown to go out? How rude. It's not even my fault this time. See that there? That's the black orbment, and it caused this. Is that the... Okay, I get it. If that's the root of this, then it's genuine extenuating circumstances. But it still means that this was your fault. Ah, nuts. You got me.
That's it? They're just okay again?
Are they always like this?
This is so embarrassing.
And so the first day in Zeiss kept everyone busy. Due to how late it was, Estelle and Joshua stayed at the lab for the night.
Man, yesterday was such a crazy day. I was surprised enough with the town, but I really wasn't expecting to deal with anything like that.
No kidding. But back on the subject of the black orbment, it's much more powerful than I'd ever imagined possible.
Yeah. What's the prof gonna do now that his equipment's gone all kerflooey? Good morning, guys. Morning, Tita.
Good morning. Quite a big day yesterday.
Haha, no kidding. Did you guys sleep okay? Yep, like babies. Is the professor already up? Oh, he left for the central factory early this morning. He said something about how he was going to expose all the black orbment secrets. Wow, looks like getting roared at over and over by the factory chief yesterday didn't even put a dent in him.
We really appreciate both of you taking the time just to look over something a couple of relative strangers brought you.
Oh, it's fine, really. Grandpa's investigating it out of pure curiosity more than anything. I should go to the factory myself once I'm done with breakfast. What do you plan to do?
Naturally, we'll be coming with you. I want to know what's really going on with that orbment, too. Maybe there's something we can do to help.
Yay, then you can come with me. Uh-oh, I almost forgot about the soup. Just a second, you two. I'll bring you breakfast as soon as I make sure it's edible and not on fire.
I guess that's what that smell is.
But man, what a cutie. I wish we could take her back with us to Roland. She could be like a pet, cheering us up whenever we're feeling down.
That's kind of creepy, Estelle.
And now that we've had a good breakfast, off to the central factory.
Before we do that, I'd like to check in at the guild. I think it might be best to report on what happened yesterday, just to be on the safe side.
Well, okay. Hey, Tita, would you mind if we stop by there on our way? Sure, go ahead.
All right. Let's drop some things off at the guild, see if there's more quests to pick up, and we'll go talk to everyone in town again, because that's what we do. Good morning. That was some day yesterday, wasn't it? When you are ready, we'd like your full report on it.
Business as usual, Kilika?
I'd heard the basics from the factory chief already, but I'd like to expand that account with some first-hand details. Well, Joshua explained the details of the orbital blackout.
Hello, Sipping Boomer. How are you doing tonight? What's going on? What's on the up and up, my friend?
I see. So the orbment that was sent to Cassius in secret was in fact something dangerous. The guild is very interested in these developments. We need to continue working with Professor Russell for the present.
We thought you'd say that.
When we have more information, we'll contact you immediately. Oh, we don't have any more quests either. I wonder if people have to say something different. That's what I imagine. But, oh yeah, things have changed. People have moved around. I was cooking dinner and suddenly the orbment stopped. Luckily, it only meant that the stew my daughter forgot on the stove didn't get burned.
I was making dinner with my mom when the lights went out. I ran outside and everywhere was black. I kind of lost it. Oh, I'm sorry, Muriel.
How come? Why are you apologizing, Tita?
Hey, Tactical Experience, how are you doing tonight? What's going on? What's going up on the up and up? Having a nice Friday?
Last night I was tinkering with that orbital gun, and suddenly my analyzer just went dead. I thought for a second I'd broken the gun. Okay, what do you got for me here, sir? We have that. Where's my... Oh, we should buy Tita her craft cannon. Let's do it. What insufficient Mira? I guess that's fair. Very chill and relaxing, nice to hear. I was so surprised when the orbment shut down last night. I'd heard there was some rare quartz crystals that could do such a thing, but I didn't know it could be done over such a wide radius. If that were weaponized, any arms race between countries would be completely upset.
Oh, Tita, it's you. Yesterday sure was something else, don't you think? Did the orbits at your house all suddenly stop too? Yeah, they did. We were all surprised. Yeah, they stopped all over. It was scary looking out and seeing the whole town dark. I'd forgotten how dark it got at night without orbital lights. You know it.
Wheat, white, rye, sourdough? What kind of bread is good bread anyway? Labels would be so much easier. Were you all okay last night? I thought the lights had just broken or something and was on my way to the factory. When I got outside though, the entire town was dark. I don't have to be a genius to know that something wasn't right about that. Oh, that's right. We're like this. Man, these boxes are just a mess. It's gonna take forever to find what I need. Progress demands sacrifice, I suppose. Looks like all the packing's in order, almost ready to go. Time for one final check. Oh hey, gotta remember to go request a bracer escort. Time's a wastin'. I swear, everybody's running around like headless chickens just because the orbits stopped working. Try thinking about life before we had them. Why, when I was young, what were we talking about again? Of course it'll be a big problem if orbits stopped again like they did yesterday. Kids today can't even imagine a world without orbits in it. Lights, heaters, vacuums, laundry. Pretty much everything in our daily life depends on having the orbits. Thinking about it that way really makes you admire Professor Russell even more. I tell you, I couldn't believe it yesterday. I was bussing a table on the second floor. I was just coming down the stairs when suddenly everything went black. I don't even know how I didn't break the dishes. I would have broke my neck and the dishes. Last night was such a burden on our customers. I'm glad things got fixed so quickly, but still, I don't know that we'd had a night without orbital lights since before the revolution. Liberal is amazing. Everything, even the lights are orbits. My village is in a rough corner of the Republic, and we don't have many orbits. I'm here in Zeiss to pick up a new heating orbit. After I rest up, I'm going to go to the central factory. Oops, that's the door to leave. I'm just looking for people to talk to.
Good morning, my name is Emma and I'll be your maid today. You just relax and you'll experience the greatest service of your lives. Huh? Aren't you guys guests here?
Just when I decided to go to bed last night, all the lights just went out. I accidentally ended up getting into my husband's bed. What happened last night? I was dead to the world. Uh-oh, no time to chit-chat. I've got to get ready to go. I'm headed for a famous hot springs resort near here. I guess that's everything right here. Oh, we have to go to this spot. Look at that. The clock's slow. I guess it's true. All the orbits shut down last night. Oh, good morning. Nothing like starting the day with a morning prayer. Close your eyes and you can forget all about orbits. Last night was quite a dangerous affair. The central factory looked like it was in total uproar. Such times of anxiety are best remedied by a calming prayer. Good morning, Tita. There, no need to speak.
Last night was quite hard for you, wasn't it?
I'm so sorry.
There's nothing you need to apologize for. Experiments are vital to progress, and sometimes experiments must fail. We all understand this. Tita, make sure you are there to support your grandfather.
Yes, Father.
I am always willing to listen if you need someone to talk to. If you have any problems, I welcome you to bring them here. Oh, that's nice. Okie dokie. Smoky.
That's my brother over there selling drinks. Our dream is to make enough money to open our own store.
The girl selling flowers over there, Irene, she's my sister. Go on and take a look at her flower shop. I read about it in the liberal news, but that Sky Bandit thing sure was crazy. It's a nightmare for us up here if the public flights get stopped. We've got to deal with all the passengers. No cat here today. All the orbments stopped working last night, right? It's such a good thing it didn't happen during the day. I don't want to think what would have happened if there had been any ships in the air. Oh yeah, that would have been spooky. Then the airships would have fallen out of the sky. Bad news. Bananas. Good morning. It's been quite a busy day so far. We've had so many customers coming and thinking last night's incident was due to broken orbments. It makes you realize just how many of Zeiss' citizens don't understand orbment technology.
Tita, everyone, how are you? Professor Russell is in his workshop on the 3rd floor. He seems pretty impatient, like he's waiting on something or someone.
Let's start with the basement, check everyone around here, then we'll walk up. Oh, there's no one in this little zone here. Excuse me.
I'd like you to start by checking the conveyor to make sure there aren't any problems as a result of yesterday's little incident. When that's done, run a safety check on the outside machines.
Roger. I'll start with the conveyor then. Kids these days would just be lost without their orbments.
Exactly. Hey Jake, how you doing? What's going on? What's on the up and up?
Having a good night? Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Mr. Murdoch.
Good morning, sir.
What a day yesterday was. We've been getting complaints from the citizens all morning.
Wow, that's rough. It's not like it was your fault or anything.
We're very sorry, sir. We didn't mean to cause... No, don't apologize. These kinds of things happen when you're doing science. It happens a little bit more often around Professor Russell's science, though.
Speaking of the professor, has he come in already?
Oh yes, he came in very early this morning, all fired up about something. He probably needs some assistance, so go on up to his workshop and see him. It's on the 3rd floor. The 3rd floor. Let's go then.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
By the way, Tita.
Sir?
Please don't get the professor too excited. If we have a repeat of yesterday, we won't be able to do anything for a while.
I understand, sir. I'll be careful.
That's Ecor over there. He's such a pain in the butt. I can totally see why he's lived his entire life single. I came up here to look at some stuff about what happened yesterday. And look around. All this mess, it's because she ain't doing her job. And to think she's getting paid to do this. Okay, so since we have to go to the 3rd floor for the story, we'll talk to the people on the 4th and the 5th floor before moving on.
Now go.
Good morning to you. It would seem yesterday was quite stressful for everyone.
Doctor? Was everything here all right? The clinic isn't quite tied into the rest of the factory, so things were mostly quiet. Everyone else was running about until all hours, though. When I came in this morning, I found Antoine asleep on the bed. Poor little dear was exhausted. Antoine? That's what we call the cat. He's been living here at the factory for a while. He doesn't have an owner and tends to be cared for by anyone who feels the urge. So he's kind of like everybody's cat. Yeah, something like that. Though I'm sure Antoine has little desire to be formally owned by any one person. Do be friendly to him if you see him around the factory. Of course! Now that I've introduced you to Antoine, I believe it's time for me to return to work. Weren't you in the middle of something yourself, Tita? Yes, ma'am. I was on my way to talk to my grandfather.
Professor Russell should be in his workshop down on the 3rd floor. He came in especially early this morning. The 3rd floor workshop. Got it. Let's go.
Yes, we probably should. Goodbye, Dr. Miriam.
Goodbye. Hi, Antoine. Oh, Antoine's already my very best friend, Jake. Oh, I was very friendly to him. What a night that was. We were rushing to finish our test units when suddenly everything just went black. I almost glued the souls onto the desk. The incident last night was pretty fascinating, wasn't it? I heard there was some kind of interference with the orbital generators. That was news to me. Everyone's calling it some kind of disaster, but surely someone got something from it. What do you think, Tita?
Yes. Very fascinating.
I'm sure I could have guessed you'd say that. You do take after Professor Russell. Terry is a completely different story, though. Yes, it's gotten chillier. It was like +7 the other day, and then it snowed and got cold again, which is good. Normal. It's always frosty in Edmonton. Yesterday it was +7, and the day before that it was like +8. It was really weird. Good morning, all. I'm quite surprised today. Since I came in this morning, the orbital calculator seems to be working more smoothly. If things continue at this pace, we can look forward to work as usual in a few days. Don't exactly know why, but I'm feeling much better. Since this morning, the readings on the orbital calculator have been rock solid. After I spent all that time tinkering with it before, why is it working now? Is it weird that the colder it gets, the more you want ice cream? So I've had this problem a lot, where I will see snow, and it will remind me of Oreo ice cream. And then I'm like, geez, I could have some Oreo ice cream right now. It's weird. It's always Oreo ice cream I end up craving in the winter. Jake, here too. Yesterday was 4, but super windy. Today it's -20 again. Yeah. I'm kind of happy it got chilly again. And did you crave ice cream too, Jake? I know you're probably busy due to last night, Carl, but I wonder if I could have a word? I want to discuss Louise. Her original application stated a desire to work on airships. If possible, I'd like to move her to work on the RSIL's orbital engine project. What do you think as her supervisor? Louise, she's an exemplary researcher and scientist, but she's losing her drive working on orbital weapons research and design. I agree with her transfer. It'll be good for her. Yesterday's event was quite the surprising phenomenon. As far as I know, this event is inexplicable within the limits of our current knowledge of orbital technology. Okay, now where did I put those documents? Bah, another failure. You did actually buy some Haagen-Dazs? Nice.
Grandpa, we came to see if we could help.
Ah, hello, Tita. And you two are here as well, I see.
What can I say? We were worried. So what are you working on?
Well, as you can see, I'm trying to cut into the black orbit, but it hasn't been going very well. What seems to be the problem? Perhaps a demonstration is in order. And click.
Whoa, what's that thing? It's a circular saw. It's It's made of a special alloy that can cut through basically anything. That ought to do it then. It stopped. I thought that might happen.
It's on a smaller scale, but it's the same phenomenon as yesterday. It seems like the black orbment is blocking the functionality of the other orbments, interfering with them in some way. And I doubt it was solely made for the purpose of killing the lights.
Yeah. But Grandpa, doesn't the effect spread like it did last night?
Yes, good thinking. This interference with a nearby orbment seems to spread out, moving from orbment to orbment like chain lightning. I've put the range at about 5 arc, but if there are no orbments powered up within that range, well, then that's where the effect stops. I see. That makes sense. However, even with that knowledge, there's no way to know why it causes machines to simply stop without getting a look inside it. He needs a diamond pickaxe with efficiency 5 and unbreaking 3. Yeah, he needs to go underground though and get some diamonds though, right? Get down to the lava level. It's very troubling.
Is there any way to destroy the thing? Maybe with a good scream and a really hard whack?
Don't be ridiculous. Didn't you see the big saw do exactly nothing to it just a moment ago?
Well, yeah. Anyone thought of trying fire? Maybe it'll melt down in a blast furnace or something. If we did that, the insides of it would melt too.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it was worth a shot.
Actually, it might work.
Really?
You know of a way to burn it open? No, it's not what I meant. Orbital power, that which drives orbments to work, can't be used for this problem. We'll have to find a way that doesn't rely on any orbital energy. Is there even such a thing? A combustion engine. It's a device that burns fuel to generate energy. The idea's been around for a long time, but it's very inefficient when compared to an orbital engine. However, all you need to work on them are standard tools.
Huh, neat.
I get it, fire is the key.
But Grandpa, I've never even seen one of them.
I'm pretty certain that there's one under study in the central factory workshop. Oh, you'll need to get fuel as well.
Like oil or something?
No, it's called gasoline. It's extremely flammable. There's likely a tank or canister of it stored in reserve. Yes, it should do the job. I'll start getting the tools ready.
I'll help. Is there anything we can do? I mean, I can't do anything super technical like Tita can.
Well, you could go and get the engine and gasoline. It's going to be heavy, but you bracers should be strong enough to move it.
Okay, leave it to us.
So, where would we find these? Let's see. Don't tell me you've forgotten. I've forgotten.
He just said not to say that. Estelle? If you look in the operations room, you could probably find them.
What the heck is an operations room?
It's a room with a bunch of orbital computers. It's on the 5th floor. We store all kinds of information there for safekeeping.
Wow, I didn't even know there was such a place. Then I leave it in your capable hands.
Making coffee, fetching stuff. Well played, old man. Well played. Oh well, let's go find this operations room thingy.
To the 5th floor then. Zipping boomer, gasoline, inefficient and ancient technology. Exactly, when everything's powered by orbments. You don't need that filthy stuff. Venom, why not build a solar power battery instead? You know what? I don't think that technology exists in this world.
Wow, check out this place.
Oh, wow, check out this place. That's more like how she said that. This has to be the operations room. Hey, you two. I haven't seen you before, so you mind telling me what business you have in here? My name's Travis, senior engineer and supervisor. This world has all of our physics too, yes. Hello, Gashizmo, how are you doing? It's check this out. Nice to meet you. We're with the Bracer Guild.
We're here at the request of Professor Russell, so if...
Professor Russell? He's not in trouble again, is he?
Again, you really don't have much faith in him, do you?
No, I mean, I realize that he's a genius. He was the one who developed the capital unit after all. But even being acquainted with him results in no end of trouble. Tita, on the other hand, is an incredibly sweet girl. Just an all-around good kid.
Yeah, I get what you mean, but I don't think we have time to stand around talking in this case.
We need to find where the central factory stores its equipment. Oh, is that what this is all about? In that case, go right ahead. I'll show you how it works. This cylindrical device is a type of computer. It's called the Capel. These days, they mostly get used to assist in airship navigation. But this one is equipped for the fastest general-purpose data processing in the world. It can be used for anything from calculating material density to information retrieval. Now, for information retrieval, you have to use this front panel to select that mode. That will send the signal through the wiring and allow you to access the memory orbit. There's a quartz inside that trains a rapid light pulse on it, you see. Then it simply extracts the data you want. So I trust you know how it works now? No sweat.
Yep, no sweat.
I'm impressed, Estelle. You're way better with modern technology than I am.
Okay, so I lied. All that stuff went completely over my head.
Well, here's the setup. You change the mode with this panel. I'm sure you'll figure it out in no time. The Orbital Calculator, Capel System version 7.0, copyright ZCF 1197-1202, mode information retrieval, memory check, OK, database accessed. Please input search term. Establishment of the central factory. S1154, S equals Septian calendar. Death of Professor C. Epstein in the sovereign state of Le Mans. S1155. Professor A. Russell returns to the liberal kingdom. He proposes the spread of orbit technology to a chilly reception. 1157. Professor Russell forms a partnership with the Zeiss Clockmakers Union. Together they establish the Zeiss Engineering Factory, later renamed the Central Factory. In 1160, Edgar III, after an inspection of the factory, donates a large amount of money to further its research. Professor Russell becomes the first factory chief. 1162, Edgar III dies and Alicia II assumes the throne. 1164, construction is completed in the Langland Bridge. 1168, the first orbital-powered airship, the Calatrava, is completed. 39 failed test flights before success was achieved. 1173, the Zeiss Engineering Factory is renamed Zeiss Central Factory and begins sharing technology with the Verne Company and Reinford Company. 1175, the Liberal Orbital Ship Corporation is established and the transit commuter airship, the Lind, is commissioned. 1177, transit commuter airship, the Cecilia, is commissioned. 1178, factory airship, the Leibniz, is completed. 1180, the Zeiss Central Factory is dismantled and reconstructed at its current site. The partially underground factory in the Chaldeer Hills is completed. Venom. Pando, as a non-American, you probably haven't heard of the interstate drama going on. Dunkin' Donuts recently announced stores by state. Number 1, Massachusetts fell to number 2, behind New York. Massachusetts residents are genuinely upset. What? That they don't go to Dunkin' Donuts as often? 1182, Professor Russell resigns from his position as factory chief and is succeeded by Murdoch. 1185, Natural Science and Medical Research Divisions are founded. 1187, the passenger ship Eterna sinks in Calvert waters. Crown Prince Judas dies. 1190, the Orbital Network, a joint venture with the Epstein Foundation, is publicly announced. 1192, outbreak of the 100 Days War. The Central Factory is taken by the Erebonian army. Professor Russell develops patrol airships at Leiston Fortress, which are used to mount a highly effective counteroffensive and soon become central to the Royal Army. 1193, Liberal and Erebonia sign a peace accord. Orbit exports to the Erebonian Empire resume. 1197, version 1.0 of the Capel orbital computer is completed. 1199, development commences on the high-speed cruiser, the Arsael. 1202, the Arsael is completed and flight tests commence. Here we go. Entry orbment, general term for devices that draw orbital energy from septium, invented 50 years ago by Professor C. Epstein. The clockwork mechanism inside causes a reaction between quartz, which in turn produces a variety of different phenomena. Their greatest advantages over combustion engines is that the orbital energy within them is gradually restored over time, and the variety of different phenomena they can produce. They are also much more economically efficient. Entry crystal circuit, quartz. An electrical circuit with a crystalline structure made from processed septium fragments, sepith. They serve as an energy source but also cause varied phenomena which are only seen when they are placed inside an orbiment. That New York State, which is about the size of 8 Massachusetts, has more stores. Wow. Okay. That's weird. Entry septium. A grouping of 7 gemstones found throughout the continent. Prized as jewels for eons, it was also regarded as a symbol of mystery. The invention of technology to refine and process septium fragments too small to use as jewels, called sepith, and make them into quartz resulted in a massive increase in the importance of septium as a resource across the continent. Orbital airships, orbital ships. Commonly regarded as the crowning achievement of orbit technology, enables the power of flight by combining a flight engine to control gravity and an orbital engine to provide vast amounts of energy. Because of the need for high-efficiency orbital energy transfer and the complexity of controlling the airship, many modern orbital ships are equipped with highly capable orbital arithmetic logic units. Orbital ships less than 20 argon length are simply called airships. Entry, orbital weaponry. Any firearm or cannon powered with orbital technology, currently the most common form of military weaponry among many nations. With orbital firearms, energy is focused in a helical path along the barrel down to a tiny point, which then forces a large metal projectile outward at high velocity. These guns can fire more rounds than traditional gunpowder arms and at adjustable levels of force. Orbital cannons, meanwhile, fire shells containing energy which explode on impact. Similar to orbital guns, they have less recoil than gunpowder using cannons, and their power can be simply adjusted. Entry, tactical orbments. Orbments used to manipulate orbital magics, usually no larger than a pocket watch, so its internal workings are extremely minute and elegantly constructed. When quartz designed for tactical orbment use is installed, it improves the ability of its bearer. When this quartz synchronizes with the bearer, aka the resonance phenomenon, the internal mechanisms take over the otherwise complex process that would be required to use magic, allowing just about anyone to use it in the form of orbital arts. Furthermore, the arts the user is able to use can be changed depending on the combination of quartz inside. Look at that, we're learning lots, aren't we? Entry, combustion engine. A machine which generates usable energy by burning fuel within, less efficient than its orbital counterpart due to issues with gaseous exhaust and noise pollution. Combustion engine. Number owned 1. Owner Maintenance Chief Gustav. Okay, we'll go find him. Entry, gasoline. A liquid derived from the purification of the naturally occurring hydrocarbon compound known as petroleum. Used primarily as fuel for combustion engines and as an industrial solvent. Republic manufactured gasoline. Emergency stores, 20 mid-sized tanks. Repository, Orbment Manufacturing Factory. Entry, orbital haulage vehicle. Any wheeled vehicle powered by orbital energy. Widely considered uncomfortable to ride and very limited in speed, primarily used for transporting cargo. Orbit powered vehicle, owner no data, repository, underground factory entrance. Looks like you found what you were looking for.
Wow, it's like a magic box or something.
Orbital computers are really something. As I understand it, Professor Russell's teacher, Professor Epstein, was responsible for the original concept, but it was Professor Russell's talent that made an idea into reality. If only his presence of mind were on par with his intelligence. Well, IDS isn't one to bestow 2 blessings on one person.
By the way, where can we find the guy who has one of those combustion engine thingies? The maintenance chief, right? Where is he?
He's currently overseeing the airfield, so you'd have to go there to speak to him. Also, the gasoline is likely in orbit manufacturing in the basement. talk to the staff there. I'm sure they'll be happy to get it for you. Exa, hello. How are you doing tonight? What's going on? What's on the up and up? What were you streaming? Death Trash. What is that? Maintenance Chief Gustav is down at the airfield working on a combustion engine. And the gasoline is in the basement orbit manufacturing facility. Thanks, you've been a big help. Think nothing of it. Let me know if you need anything else. Okay. That was a lot. Death Trash is the game that teaches us that flesh provides. What? Well, time to head home. I thought they said here. Post-apocalypse, or you get some trans-apocalypse game. Interesting. Well, I'm glad that you were enjoying yourself then. How's your evening going? Did you have a good stream otherwise? I mean, sorry, none of these words I'm saying make sense, but I hope you had a good stream, Exa. And thank you so much for the raid. It means a lot. Said by the airship. I thought something about airships. Oh, this guy will talk to me. I need a flight. The westbound airship just departed a few moments ago.
No, thank you. We don't need an airship right now. Actually, we need to talk to Gustav, was it?
You mean the maintenance chief? He's not here at the moment.
What do you mean he's not here?
He went to Leiston Fortress 2 or 3 days ago. Some kind of repair emergency on a military patrol ship.
Leiston Fortress?
As in the largest base in the Royal Army out by Lake Valeria, up in the north part of Zeiss.
Wonderful. He won't be coming back from there anytime soon. So what do you do about the professor's request?
I don't know anything about that, but the chief is actually on his way back. He just sent word to us.
Oh, hey, airship.
Speak of the devil. Kind of a real-time RPG reminiscent of the old Fallout games. Had huge heaps of alien meat everywhere. Had a good evening though. That's awesome to hear. Okay, so it's like a Fallout. Okay, I like old school Fallout. I get it. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
An orange airship. Hold the phone. So isn't our public airships orange?
No, that doesn't look like a regular public airship. The shape is wrong and it's got work arms all over it.
Now that you mention it.
That's a central factory vessel, the Leibniz. It's the same model as the public transports, but it's had several modifications. It's used for large-scale maintenance and transport.
Huh, a flying factory. Then the maintenance chief is on that airship?
That's right. Now's your chance. You need to talk with him, no?
We do. Thanks a lot.
Yes, thank you. What do you want? The Leibniz has a mountain of parts stored in her. It's dangerous, so stand clear.
Actually, we're looking for someone.
Isn't there a maintenance chief by the name of Gustav on this ship? What do you want with me?
Oh, well, that's convenient.
Estelle explained that Professor Russell had asked them to find and borrow a combustion engine. Ah, you're running errands for Russell, are you? But a combustion engine, huh? Well, you've got good timing, I'll give you that.
Huh?
Hang on a second.
Does he actually have one packed onto this ship?
Looks like it. Here you go. It's a heavy beast though, so be careful. Received combustion engine.
Wow, you weren't kidding. But we can still manage to carry it.
Heh, you got some spirit for you for such a young girl. Ha ha ha, I like it.
Ha ha ha, thanks.
It's a pretty interesting little coincidence. That old fart wants this thing right after I got it back from the military.
Huh?
From the military. Yeah, this thing was on loan to them for a little while. They were using it for some kind of research. As a matter of fact, I only just got it back today.
Huh, lucky for us.
What's wrong? Oh, it's nothing. Now we need gasoline. Let's check down in the basement workshop.
Sure thing. Thank you, Mr. Maintenance Chief.
Sure. Get my regards to the old man. I love how Joshua always has a hunch or knows something, and he just never tells us. It's very rude. I'm just going to very quickly go use the washroom. I'll be back in 2 shakes with a Pika's tail. Be right back.
貯めるなら楽天ポイント楽天ポイント使うなら楽天ポイント楽天ポイントたまる使える楽天ポイント
Okay, I'm back. Let's go. What are we doing? Get out of here. Oh my gosh. What is happening? Like something is like still, this is so messed up. What's going on here? What's it? I guess so. It's like messed up. Oh, that's better. Okay. It's working now. I don't know what the heck happened there, but that was messed up. All right, so we're going to the basement and we're going to get gasoline. What kind of guy is he? I tried asking your friends, but he didn't tell me much. I just can't concentrate.
Excuse me?
What's that? May I help you? Estelle and Joshua explained the task set to them by Professor Russell. You need gasoline? I think we have a tank of it back in storage somewhere. I'll check for you. Faye used the intercom. This is Faye. Got a request down here. We still have that tank of Calvert gasoline there in the warehouse, right? Can you send me some down? Yeah, enough to carry. Thanks. They're sending some for you right now. Sending? Holy! There we are.
Is this gasoline?
So that's what sending is. Neat, isn't it? This conveyor belt system isn't just for ordering goods. It's an entire network that connects the whole facility. Convenient. Professor Russell invented it. Originally, it was just a series of tubes for sending products back and forth. But the professor completely rebuilt the system into something a lot more useful. Of course, getting all the infrastructure in place was a gigantic pain in the... I can only imagine. We have to be on our way. Thank you for your help. No problem. I don't know what you're using it for, but be careful with that gasoline. It has a tendency to fireball. Okay. Back to the third floor. We're back. And we brought what you asked for. Excellent.
Thank you.
Handed over combustion engine. Handed over gasoline tank.
You weren't kidding about how heavy this thing is.
Yes, your brute strength was most useful, girl. Perfect timing too, as I've just finished preparing the tools. All that's left is to set up the engine and put gas in it. If you'll go and put on the finishing touches, Tita?
Yes, sir.
And it's all set.
Wow, this thing is really clunky looking. Are all of these engines like this? Yeah, it converts the energy given by the burning gas to power the tools.
So this way they don't need orbital energy. Indeed. Now let's not dawdle. Let me flip the switch. And click!
Jeez, this thing sure makes a racket.
It's definitely a lot louder than orbital engines. That's one of its drawbacks, yes. But I doubt we need to fear activating the black orbment this way. Let's get started.
Oh. Ooh.
That's some serious sparkage. Okay, shut it down for now. We've seen how much physical punishment it can take, and how much punishment our ears can take as well. Estelle and the others crowded around to get a closer look. A tiny scratch is faintly visible.
That's it? That's incredible. And with the special alloy saw too.
Whatever it's made of, it's tougher than anything I've ever seen. But if we keep at it, I believe this would work. We're going to go through quite a few saw blades, though.
So it's gonna be a real test of patience then.
Hey, Professor, can I talk to you for a second? Oh, have you already finished the modifications? Of course I have. Remember who you're talking to. Anyway, what is it? Is something wrong? I had just received a message from the hotel in Elmo for you. The orbital-powered pump that supplies the hot water for their spa is broken down. Since I can't make any money like this, I'd like for you to come and try to fix it. Ah, you must be kidding. Damn it, of all the times for this to happen. If you're that busy, why don't you send another engineer over? No, that pile of junk is at least 40 years old. The younger techs have no idea what to do with anything that's not state-of-the-art. Oh, what a pain in the...
Grandpa? Maybe I could go over and do the repairs, you think?
Huh? Cheetah?
You took me there to help with maintenance before. I think it'll be fine if I just go.
I'm sure you'd do a fine job on the repairs. That's not what concerns me. Agreed, there are monsters out on the roads.
But we can't just leave Mrs. Mal like this. If that's the problem, why don't you let us handle this? Huh?
It's a bracer's duty to ensure the safety of Liverpool's roadways. Therefore, seeing that Tita arrives at her destination safely is our responsibility. Well, that's another story. If you're all with her, then we don't need to worry. All right then, thank you.
Are you sure this is okay? Don't worry about it. Kids shouldn't sweat the details so much.
If you're ready, then let's go.
Thank you. Thank you both. Okay, Grandpa and Mr. Murdoch. We'll be back soon.
Take care, dear. Be careful out there. Very well, then. I'll leave Tita in your capable hands. Tita, be careful out there. Thanks in advance. As long as you get her there, Tita can do all the work. Good luck. Okay, off to Elmo Village. I'll double check and see if any quests showed up on the old board, but I kind of doubt it, since I don't think time is really advanced. Oh, did I talk to these guys yet? What? Are you serious? One of the researchers on the Orbital Engine project quit? Yes, we thought we had talked him into reconsidering, but apparently there were circumstances. His official resignation notice came today. I see, this is a problem. This whole project was to be for the RSIL. If we can't get this started, our hopes of actually using the RSIL are finished. I know. We can't keep the old model engine in the RSIL. And I understand how quickly we need to find a replacement, but we should look at it as a chance to get a fresh point of view on the project. Oh, things are different actually. I'm so confused. All I did was ask for a heating orbit and they handed me this telephone book. All these different models. I don't have a clue where I should start looking. See that customer over there? He's what you might call a layman. No orbit knowledge whatsoever. You think I should try to explain how they work? Not a good idea. He'd probably just start moaning and groaning and such. Actually, I wonder if Tita's slots are all unlocked. Oh no, she has an openable one. Nice. Okay, now we can equip her all the way up too. Captain Giraffe, Factory Chief Murdoch's profile looks an awful lot like the mayor. Blinking on their name. Dalmore? Yeah, it was Dalmore. He does kind of look like Mayor Dalmore, but I'm pretty sure there's no relation there. Just, fashionable mustaches and haircuts. What should Tita have? Oh, that's the infamous Wilmot from Operations. I've never seen him before. He doesn't look like much, does he? You know, he looks like the kind of guy who's always washing his hands and stuff. Oh my gosh, shall we read Kitty Talk for Dummies? Things to be aware of when speaking in feline. Pronunciation of the feline language has distinct characteristics depending on the region and may differ slightly from the following information. This could be considered comparable to dialects in the human tongue. In addition, since a number of elongated vowel sounds, indicated by the tilde character, are intimately related to a cat's personality and emotional state, there is quite a broad range of variation. That being said, I have attempted to compile a list of the most common expressions. Specific examples. Meow. You're absolutely right. Strong affirmation. Meow, go. This way, when guiding. Meow, oh, this is it.
Meow, yeah, 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 yeah.
An expression of delight.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Go. Hold up, when urging to be cautious.
Yeah.
These nails are bothering me, when agitated.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Meow.
An expression of caution.
Meow.
I'm tired.
Meow.
Who are you?
Meow.
Yes, that's right. Meow? That's wrong. Well, what's wrong?
Meow.
So we meet again, fleshy thing.
Meow, go.
It's been a while. How have you been?
Meow on.
Goodbye.
Meow.
Oh, yes, that's exactly right. Strong affirmation.
Meow, go.
Hello.
Fumia.
A yawn.
Meow.
What did you just say, oh hairless one? An expression of reproach.
Meow.
You are welcome, squishy pink thing.
Meow.
I'm hungry. Kitten talk.
Meow, go.
I'm sorry. There you go. I hope you all appreciated that extremely good stuff. Top tier content, Sipping Boomer. I believe the Capel's effectiveness was directly related to the orbital shutdown. I believe that when the orbit shut down, it was able to do a complete reset. We could use that as a new maintenance technique. A bird of legend, the Irby woodpecker. The Irby Scenic Route is a road lined with beautiful groves of slender trees on each side of its cobbled path. A notable sight frequently appearing in ancient royal court literature, it is thought by researchers that the scenery which knights once laid eyes on was far more spectacular than that which is seen today. Sadly, those vivid colors appearing in days of yore have long since been lost. Those awe-inspiring hues of which are written in poem and song refer to the plumage of a single bird, its name, the Irby woodpecker. Presently, it is exceptionally rare to catch a glimpse of this brilliant azure bird. In fact, its extinction has been suggested on more than a few occasions. In an interesting light, traditional songs sung by knights of times past make frequent mention of these birds as being a common sight. It undoubtedly seems as though there used to exist an incomparably large population of these woodpeckers in contrast with their meager numbers in recent times.
Thanks for reading all of that.
Thank you for those bits. I really appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoyed Kitty Talk. This brings us to the pivotal question of what fate exactly befell these birds over the course of the last several hundred years? A peculiar mode of life. Although the Irby woodpecker is in fact a woodpecker, it does not peck holes in the trunks of trees, the reason being it cannot. In general, woodpeckers use their beaks to bore holes in the boles of trees for nesting, but the Irby woodpecker, this is an impossible task. Consequently, they figured out another way to deal with this problem. Even if they do not bore the hole themselves, there are many other nesting holes for them to choose from. That's right, they will usurp a nesting hole made by another species of woodpecker. The Irby woodpecker, with a beak perfect for catching insects and its clever ploy of stealing a fellow's nesting hole, was believed to have the traits that would allow it to prosper indefinitely, invasion by an invasive species. A sudden change occurred when a new, larger species of woodpecker came to live in the forests the forests inhabited by the Irby woodpecker, this larger species had managed to migrate by way of boat from its distant native land. As nautical technology developed and trade began to flourish, the coming and going of marine vessels became increasingly dynamic. However, those which traveled on these boats and ships were not always human. Blending in with various freight and cargo, these creatures from other lands managed to come ashore one after another. With the introduction of this larger species of woodpecker, those smaller species, which were once endemic to Liberal, gradually left the Irby forest in search of new habitats. Life also became problematic for the Irby woodpecker, as its nesting hole size differed greatly from the outsiders. Yet despite these drawbacks, it continued to stay in the forest. With the other small species of its habitat being driven out, finding another woodpecker's nesting hole became increasingly difficult. If a nesting hole could not be found, the Irby woodpecker, of course, could not reproduce either. Thus, chances for reproduction among its kind gradually decreased, and a long era of decline set in among them. Cleverness and their eventual downfall. The Irby woodpecker, with its clever methodology of using the nesting holes of others, enjoyed a brief period of prosperity. However, having abandoned their ability to bore holes for themselves some millennia before, left them unable to cope with the abrupt changes in their environment. On the other hand, those other species of woodpeckers, despite having been displaced by invasive species countless times, have continued to prosper today as they have in times past. There are many things which we ourselves can learn from these tiny birds. So if you should happen to see one of these azure rarities flying among the trees of the grove-bordered avenue of the Irby scenic route, please remember the struggle they have been forced to endure. Man, we are learning a lot here. 31 cypress trees. The good farmer Sherprot planted 5 cypress trees in his garden. The good farmer Sherprot dug the earth carefully about them. The good farmer Sherprot suffered a year of pestilence. The good farmer Sherprot watched as all of his trees withered away. The good farmer Sheprot planted another 7 cypress trees. The good father Sheprot dug the earth about them even more. The good father Sheprot suffered a year of bitter winter. The good farmer Sheprot watched as all of his trees snapped in the biting cold. The good farmer Sheprot planted still another 9 cypress trees. The good farmer Sheprot dug the earth about them furthermore. The good farmer Sheprot saw his trees grow into a great canopy. The good farmer Sheprot watched as all of his trees broke under the weight of a great snow. The great farmer Sheprot planted yet another 11 cypress trees. The good farmer Sheprot plucked those which were frail and cast them into the fire. The good farmer Sheprot suffered another year of pestilence and great winter. The good farmer Sheprot watched as his last tree grew into a magnificent fir. The good farmer Sheprot, in order to confect a single grand cypress, the good farmer Sheprot planted 32 cypress trees. The good farmer Sheprot, with his loving goodness for them all, the good farmer Sheprot brought 31 cypress trees to the depths of ruination. Wow. Oh, the shelf holds a book entitled Tomorrow's Cooking. Cooking is a science. Recipes for the new millennium. You liked when he dunged the earth? Yeah, that was a pretty good part. Today, I will be introducing one of my newest cooking recipes, especially for those readers of this book. And that recipe is none other than, drum roll please, can you guess what it is? It's bouillabaisse. Yes, that's right. This delectable dish of unobtrusive monster bits is one that everyone can enjoy. Follow my groundbreaking recipe and that monster corpse you've been dragging around will taste simply divine. Now whip out your sword and let's get started. So don't fertilize cypress trees. You might be onto something there. Ingredients: juicy bone, fish fillet, crisp onion, red pepper, clear gelatin. Wash those juicy bones thoroughly with water. If you're still bothered by the scent, then try boiling them, or if all else fails, ram a clove of garlic deep into each nostril. The good streamer Pando, thank you. Finally chop the crisp onion, chop juicy bones, and fish fillet into edible-sized pieces. Lightly rinse the clear gelatin in water after unraveling it. 3. Sauté ingredients in a heated frying pan. After fish fillet has been lightly cooked, add water or soup and simmer until liquid is half evaporated. 4. Lastly, add clear gelatin and bring to a boil, remove from heat and wait for thickening. 5. After clear gelatin thickens, cut it into edible-sized pieces. Your bouillabaisse is now ready. You may eat it as is, or heating with a little flashy herbal magic makes for a great dinner show. This dish is great for lunchboxes and scaring small children. Ooh, we learned it. I'm glad we learned that. Hertz's Adventure, Encounter with the Spectacle Genie Part 2. Those magical spectacles must be capable of seeing the true nature of anyone who stands before them. After a fitful bout of shaking from excitement, this time making sure to check that its own spectacles were aligned, the genie gazed down resolutely at young Hertz. There's no point in having a boy such as yourself hang on to such an invaluable item. In fact, it would be in your best interest to hand them over. Otherwise, it trailed off. But instead of elaborating on its threat, the genie simply extended its arms once more. This time, the genie picked up a boulder much larger than any normal person could lift, and young Hertz and Midas watched as the massive rock disappeared into the fiery depths of its open mouth. Causing the wind to stir, as it clamped down its disintended jaws with incredible force, the genie gulped down the large rock as if it had been a light snack. Not a moment later, a hollow sound like something thrown into a deep well echoed in the depths of its belly. So, have I made myself clear? If you do not hand over those spectacles, it is you who will end up being my next sweet morsel. Midas looked at young Hertz with a frightful gaze. Did you see that humongous mouth of his? He's the real deal, all right. It's just like the rumors say. Yeah, but that still leaves us with another problem, sighed young Hertz. Without my glasses, I can't continue my travels. As young Hertz stood pondering his dilemma, another large boulder by his feet disappeared into the genie's voracious mouth, followed once again by the ominous hollow echo from beneath its sable garb. But if he eats us, then we're both done for, argued Midas as he stood shivering with fright, imagining the candy he had swallowed not minutes before. I guess you're right, concluded young Hertz, and he stepped closer to the genie. All right, good sir, we'll give in to your demands. Being swallowed whole doesn't sound like much fun, he declared. And a wise choice you've made, boy, replied the genie. After taking a long look at young Hertz's face, the genie narrowed its eyes and a plethora of wrinkles crinkled around their corners. Young Hertz said nothing as he unseated the pair of glasses from his nose and obediently placed them at the feet of the genie. So, these are magical spectacles, the creature said, in a voice quavering with excitement as it squatted down, its face drawing closer to where they lay in the sand. Impatiently, it tossed aside its own spectacles, and after blindly searching by hand for the object of its fascination through the soft, granulated sand, it picked them up and placed them snugly atop its nose. These are no less than magical spectacles indeed, it cried in a tremor of delight as it danced around, causing its robe to flutter about wildly. With these I shall have nothing to fear, and with one last deafening screech, it disappeared just as quickly as it had arrived. The drifting echo of its voice faded, and the two boys once again stood alone on a sea of white sand. Midas scanned the area around him. It looks like he's really gone, he said, his voice weak with relief. Indeed, there was no sign as far as the eye could see of the black-robed figure. Feeling a pang of sympathy as he looked at the side of young Hertz's face, who strangely enough seemed to be amused about something, Midas began to rummage through his pocket looking for a piece of candy to offer to his friend as a token of solace over the loss of his trusty eyewear. Walking up to the other boy, Midas held out the piece of candy, its silver wrapper half undone. Don't be disheartened, old friend. It's not like this is the last adventure we'll have. I think I'm going to be just fine, replied young Hertz. His voice was subdued, but the adventurer's eyes twinkled with laughter. Then, as if harking back to some past event, he continued his thoughts aloud. Man, that genie must have been blinder than a bat with no eyes, he said in astonishment. Midas stared at young Hertz uncomprehendingly until the other boy turned fully toward him, a grin splitting his face from ear to ear. Then Midas saw it, and a smile of his own spread across his face. For there, resting on top of his friend's nose, was something which had grown familiar to him over the years. In the end, it seems like the poor fool managed to mistake his own glasses for mine, young Hertz went on in a comical tone. So the ones you're wearing now are... Midas asked, though the silver rims of the glasses had already confirmed it. Yep, they're the exact ones I put on this morning. With a happy air, young Hertz took the sugary treat from his friend and popped it into his mouth. However, this time, as the honeyed glaze of the candy balls they carried in their mouths melted away, Both he and his friend made certain not to swallow them whole. You know, Midas said as they walked along, even if there were such a thing as magical spectacles, I don't think they'd amount to anything in his possession, because as you and I know, he has a habit of losing them when things matter the most. The end. Wow. Septium Optic Annals, published by the Zeiss Central Factory. We're getting all the books tonight, folks. General theory, the current state of orbital technology research. Particulars. 1. Research pertaining to orbital energy, attributes on a quartz interface. 2. R&D for high-output orbital guns which utilize zero-defect crystals. 3. Statistical predictions of precipitation defects due to interference field formation. 4. Relative cascade geometry and propulsion efficiency under low orbital energy conditions. 5. Mechanical calculation acceleration through the use of orbital energy storing cycloidal gears with a tourbillon. General theory, the current state of orbital technology research. During these 50 years since the orbital revolution, the Central Factory has striven in the reform of orbital technology by working out a number of applicable methods for its use. Currently, the research findings of this same factory have been utilized in all facets of society and have greatly contributed to the development of industry. However, on the flip side of all of these remarkable achievements, the field of basic research has been disregarded as a thing of naught. What is orbital energy, and what are the fundamental operating principles of an orbment? Now, in an age where social appraisal of technological research has become an unchallenged part of life, it leaves us to debate the question of whether or not we should return to basics. This is the backdoor pilot for your new Pando Read series. Yes, I can see that. But wow. That'll be fine. The book reading is over now, so we're just gonna go talk to everybody in the factory. I think we should compact the barrel more. We're not taking full advantage of the high orbital pressure threshold. Yes, sir, that's true. But won't doing so make the overall unit too top-heavy? I believe this configuration is better given its current housing and balance. That may be true, but it's not part of my design philosophy. I'm trying to maximize output within our technical limits. Yes, sir. According to this data, I've no doubts that during the blackout, all orbits suddenly and utterly ceased activity. That's strange. I could have sworn I left them here. Yeah. Oh, he's really happy. We know that now. Something the matter? Ray's out to lunch. Hello, everyone. Did you find what you were looking for? We sure did, sir. Okay. And we didn't double check the people in the basement. Good job, loser. Man, Faye really chewed me out. Bet she thinks I'm totally worthless. She just broke up with that guy too. My one chance. And I blew it. Oh, I think he's calling himself a loser, not me. I just had to give Rudy a scolding, something fierce. That boy just spaces out and completely forgets his work. He didn't used to be so bad. I don't know why I keep thinking that's the door, but... Okay, let's get out of here. So, Elmo, sounds kind of fun. There's a hot spring there, right?
Right, it's a real nice place. My grandpa's taken me there a few times.
Well then, let's set out. Just go out the south entrance, right?
Right, then just follow along the south road to get there. Okay, let's get going.
The guy Remen over there looks like a mechanic, right? Really, the guy's a pilot. Books and covers, right? Ha! I've got to be the only pilot in the kingdom who flies an orbital ship while wearing a maintenance uniform. It's not about looks though, right? It's about skill. What? You already read it? The Liberal News' latest issue? The mayor of Rouen got arrested. Turns out he's a total crook. And between Sky Bandits and this Dalmore person, what is the world coming to? Hey, Tita, helping your grandpa out again?
Yes, sir. I've got to get to Elmo.
Elmo, are you serious? Didn't you just get attacked by monsters out there near the Chaldea Tunnel?
Hee, this time I have 2 bracers for bodyguards. I should be perfectly fine.
Well, you did bring back the combustion unit. Bracers, huh? At first I thought you were just some loudmouth little girl. I guess you won't have any problems. Have a safe trip.
Thank you.
Thanks for being proactive, Jake. Last vacation I went to those waterfalls over in Airleton. Some duke from the royal family was visiting there at the same time, all incognito-like. But he still made a gigantic fuss. What a self-absorbed jerk. He ruined my vacation. I don't think all of the royal family are like him, of course, but still. That guy was a jerk. Good old Duke Dunnan.
Zeiss has so few trees. I'd love to take a trip to see the flowers in the town of Minoria.
Someone up there right now. I hear there's a hot spring resort near here. I want to go see it. I guess I'll wait until we check this place out a little more. Elkin's dedicated to the job, and he's good with machinery, but he's hung up on efficiency. An efficient yet undependable weapon is a useless weapon. I keep telling him that, but it doesn't seem to sink in.
Hello, Tita, heading out? Yes, ma'am. I'm off to Elmo.
I see, busy as ever. You should stop by the hot springs while you're there. My grandfather loves them.
You're so lucky, Tita. What? Why?
You've got purpose. I'm so bored now. Hello, you two. I've heard you're on your way out to Elmo.
I swear, Kilika, you've got the sharpest ears of anybody I've ever met.
Hazel from the factory called me with the information. We have your assignment. It's a support mission for the professor. Elmo may not be that far away, but stay on the alert.
We will. Time to get going. See you.
Kilika is really cool, Heatender. We'll return soon. Okay, yes, new quests, of course. Product testing. Tester for new sneaker model wanted. Any bracer involved in a wide range of activities are welcome. Okay, 4th floor of the central factory. All testers get a free pair of shoes, so act now. Okay, haulage vehicle search. Haulage vehicle headed to Wolf Fort hasn't arrived yet, but it was supposed to ages ago. Okay, gotta go find the Trait Plains Road hauler guy. Potent ingredient. I'm looking for a powerful ingredient to be used in a new menu item currently considered the Forgle bar. I'm extremely busy, however, so please do not seek me out for details or clarification. Wow, okay, cool. Do you think we have a potent ingredient? I don't know. Smoker's Revolt. It appears that someone has filched some cigarettes that were being stored in a cabinet in the clinic. Okay. Witness info and possible suspects. Okay, great. And then a Ritter Road monster. Okay, picked up a bunch of quests. Good, good, good. Hello, come on in. Stain, the owner, and I had some words again about stocking policies. He just doesn't want us to carry any of the experimental orbital weapons here yet. I tried tried sticking to my ideas, but in the end, it's not my decision. It's his store after all. Really hope Carl brings a test unit soon. It's about the only thing I look forward to these days. Okay, yes, we don't have more money than we did before, so... flip it like this. Wheat, white, rye, sourdough. What kind of bread is good bread anyway? Labels will be so much easier. The same thing she said earlier. Would you look at that? The main clock is slow. Guess that Blackhouse responsible. Well, I'll be sure to take a look at it in a little bit. Good old Igor, full of spit and vinegar like usual. Wonder if I could trouble you to look at the clock. It's been running slow since yesterday. My wife Ada gets such a stiff neck sometimes. She went to the church to get some medicine. I know they're researching medicine at the Central Factory as well. They still have nothing on the traditional remedies.
There, perfect. It's fine as it is.
Right here. Well, when we're working, we usually end up eating traditional foods found in Zeiss. It doesn't have much going for it in terms of subtlety, but if you need something to jolt your head back into the game, Zeiss cooking is it. I'd really like to see some measures taken to allow us to choose our meals. Who knows? Inspiration can sometimes come from the strangest places. I help out here when Ursus isn't around. It gets so busy here at lunchtime it'll make your head spin. Hello there.
Do you have a minute? We saw the posting on the bulletin board and brought some ingredients.
Please let me see. Huh? May I see that tomato for a moment? Hands it over a Serbic tomato. Smells nothing like a regular tomato. Much stronger than I'm used to. Let me try it. Ah! What is this? It's terrible. My taste buds have been violated.
See, it's just gross. Maybe it'll be good for research, but I can't see anyone wanting to eat it.
Well, it sure can't be eaten as is, but it certainly has an interesting flavor and scent. With the right preparation, it could be a useful ingredient for cooking, maybe.
Doesn't it worry you to eat something that nasty?
No, I found that strongly bitter foods tend to be very good for one's health, when they don't kill you anyway. And traditional Zeissian cooking calls for some very strong ingredients.
I'm not sure I'd want to try that.
There, that should be just the right level of bitter to nicely complement the dish. Here, you can be the first to try out my newest dish. Consider it my thanks for introducing me to such an amazing food. Received a tomato sandwich.
I think I'll save it for later.
Now I need to get back to work. Thanks for everything today.
Okay, see you later.
Excuse us. Nice, we finished that one already. Thanks for today, you guys. Keep an eye out for my latest creation. Well, good, that one was easy.
Glad we figured that one out.
Okay, so I think, all right, it's the hotel, and then we'll go to the church too. It's important for us not to make our customers feel uncomfortable here, but I'm not sure Zeissians know how to be casual and friendly. Take our maid, for example. She's a bit over-enthusiastic. Everyone in Zeiss takes things too seriously. It wears me out sometimes. This is such a nice, spacious room. It's definitely worth what we're paying for it. I think I'll take things easy for the rest of the day and finish my business tomorrow.
This place is so cool. Moving stairs, orbit clocks. It's just what I imagined a city that builds airships would be like in real life.
There, this room has been sanitized! Ah! What's next? Hallway? Closet? You are all unclean! Oh my. She's losing it, folks. Okay, let's go get the sneakers and the, we'll pick those quests up here, and the cigarettes quest. I think the other ones are, we just have to show up somewhere. I swear, this time you're not getting away.
Hi, Dr. Miriam. Hi there.
Oh, good afternoon. Oh my, so many of you.
We saw your posting on the bulletin board. Might help if we introduced ourselves, huh? I'm Estelle, Junior Bracer.
And I'm Miss Joshua, also a Junior Bracer. We heard that there might be a case for us here. Yes, I'd certainly say so. If you can, it'd be ideal if you started your investigation at once. Do you think it'd be possible?
Okay then.
I know this is urgent, but can you provide us with any more details? Well, it's not a complicated tale to tell. Someone took the cigarettes that were in this cabinet.
This is a medical office. Why would you even have cigarettes here?
Under my supervision, this factory has observed a no-smoking policy for the last several years. Any confiscated tobacco is kept in here, which would mean that anyone who's had anything confiscated is immediately a suspect, since what was taken probably belongs to that individual to begin with.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I'm inclined to agree. It took so much work to get the smoking ban established. If I just let this go, it will completely undermine the entire policy. First of all, we should talk to the people that were smokers to begin with. Would you happen to know who that would be? My first suggestion would be Supervisor Travis from Operations. He's always been a heavy smoker. Plus, he's never really accepted the ban, so I'd say he's got motive.
Okay, that sounds like a good place to start. So I'll make a note of it.
There's also Hugo in the design room. I think he's currently arranging a meeting in the first floor lobby. The people who worked here the longest tend to be the smokers.
Okay.
So there's Travis in the operations room and Hugo on the first floor. Is there anything else you can tell us? If not, we can go ahead and get started. Well, I don't know if it will be of any use to you, but there was an eyewitness.
Huh? Yeah, that might be a bleed.
And who was this eyewitness? He's right behind you. Antoine?
Yeah, go.
Cat? I did say that I wasn't sure if it would actually help. That you did.
But Antoine's a really smart cat. He might remember who took the cigarettes.
Indeed, if you bring him along in your search, he might provide you with a useful clue. He may not have as good a sense of smell as a dog, but it's still quite impressive.
That's the hope anyway.
If you bring him along some fresh milk, I'm sure he'll be more than happy to follow you. In light of the lack of other clues, I'd like to try.
Sure, it can't hurt.
If we find anything of note, we'll be back to let you know. I'll be waiting. Whoever did this absolutely must be caught.
Here you go, Antoine. Some nummy milk. Meow.
Now we got Antoine in our party. Aw, yeah. This is going to be a good mission, right? Look at our little cat following us. Huh? What is it? If you're looking for Ray, he's out to lunch.
No. We checked out the bulletin board and...
Oh, I see. Well, thank you. I'm glad you're here. My name's Terry. I'm a researcher here at the Central Factory.
I'm Estelle, Bracer in training.
I'm Joshua. It's nice to meet you. Likewise. Getting straight to business, I have a task for you. Do your schedules allow for it?
Sure, I don't see a problem with it.
The request said you needed help with testing a new style of sneaker. Could you give us a little more detail? Oh, certainly. But first, here. Received Alpha Strega.
Is this your new kind of sneaker?
Yes, the Strega Corporation is conducting research on new projects to bring to market. This particular test requires you to wear these prototypes around to various places. Upon the successful completion of this test, all that will remain is to put them into production.
I see. Hey, just a second there, buddy. Did you just say the Strega Corporation?
Yes?
So then, this new line of sneakers?
Yes, it's the Strega Corporation's newest product. Didn't I just say all this?
Oh, great Idios! Thank you for bestowing upon me, us, this magnificent job.
Are you alright? Why the sudden prayer? Don't mind her. Estelle's something of a sneaker collector. More to the point, she pretty much adores the Strega brand ones.
Oh, I get it now.
Oh, so you might say she has sneaker mania then. I was just a little taken aback by her reaction. Estelle, would you snap out of it? I get that you're excited, but we have work to do.
Ahem. Yes, you are correct.
Well, you certainly have spirit, a scary amount in fact. So you do the test? Please don't pray at me again.
Yes, absolutely.
See what I mean? It's all right. Please proceed. So we'll take on the job. But you want us to wear these shoes everywhere we go? Yes, that's correct. From the Elmo Spa to the Wolf War, all the way to the Sanctheim Gate. And when you feel you've tested them out properly, bring them back to me. The layer between the sole and insole is my responsibility, so I have to see how it holds up.
So you need us to report back when we have the chance.
That at least. Now, see if you can wear them out.
Just leave it to me.
If you'll excuse us. Okay, equip Estelle with the new sneakers, because she really loves them. Okay, the Alpha Strega. Yeah, you can wear those army boots. And also, you can have a nice woolly knit hat. Yeah, and then prevent poison, sure. Pixel Chunk. Hi, Pando. What is this chibi fun? Never heard of it. So this is Trails in the Sky. It's the first game in the very large Trails series. This originally came out on the PSP way back in the day. But if you're curious about all of the games in the series, there you go. This is my very most favorite, one of my very most favorite series out there. If you like traditional games, traditional JRPGs, they're fantastic. But this is much more of a niche series. I love them though. They're so, so good. Okay, we're investigating the cigarettes now. Oh, what is it? Sorry, but I'm in the middle of something important. Come back later if you need me.
I don't get the feeling that he particularly wants to be questioned. Oh yeah, any reaction out of Antoine? Meow? Nothing.
Okay. Meow doesn't... Meow. The Antoine does not particularly care. The 4th floor, I think, is where the other guy is. Right? Oh no, the 5th floor, sorry. Hello again. Did you find what you were looking for?
Oh, yeah, we did. We're just looking for something different now.
Different? Yes, some cigarettes were taken from the clinic. Somebody actually did that? I imagine you're being kept pretty busy. Have you been in the clinic at any time today? No, I haven't. I've been here all day. You're welcome to search the room if you want.
Well, he doesn't seem suspicious.
Yeah, I think he's a dead end. Well, am I still under suspicion?
Oh, right. What do you think, Antoine? Meow? No reaction.
So much for that, then. Sorry to have taken up your time. We appreciate your future cooperation with our investigation. Sure, no problem.
No response on either one.
Which means no leads. At this rate, we'll just have to keep searching the factory. There may be some kind of clue here, like Dr. Miriam said. Not like we have much choice in the matter. Okay, Antoine, we're going to talk to everyone and see what happens. We'll start from the 3rd floor. we did talk to all these people before, so I'm just gonna, in case Antoine has words to say, I will skip through their dialogue otherwise. Okay, not Dr. Russell. Who wants to bet it's Mr. Murdoch, the head of this whole thing? Yeah.
Go. Huh? Go.
Does anything seem strange about this door to you?
This room is, yeah, unlikely, but let's head on in and make sure.
All right. Huh? What's wrong?
Meow.
Ah, Antoine, why are you so fussy?
Meow. Meow.
What's this? Looks like we found the culprit.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Mr. Murdoch, you went to the clinic today, didn't you?
Huh? No, I didn't.
We're currently looking for the cigarettes that were taken from there.
Would you mind if we search this room for a bit? Sure, go ahead.
Okay, we'll start immediately. In there? Meow.
Let's try to find the key. It's gotta be in here somewhere.
Sure thing.
Examine the bookshelf. There's nothing of interest. Apparently no one was considerate enough to hide some money here. Alas. Examine the documents. There's nothing of interest. Sadly, no one seems to have left any exciting or incriminating papers for you to find. I appreciate that. Examined the book on the desk. Found a backroom key. Found cigarettes.
Haha, found them.
Which would likely mean...
No, Mr. Murdoch couldn't have. Well, it's a shock, that's for sure. I wouldn't have suspected.
No, you've got it all wrong. They're not mine. I was holding them for a friend, right, Sipping Boomer? This is all just one big misunderstanding. I was just going to take one quick puff, then put the rest of them right back in the clinic. Chief Murdoch, I think you ought to come and explain this to Dr. Miriam. I have to say, I'm simply amazed. I never would have suspected you of all people. I'm sorry. I just needed to smoke. I can't really explain it any other way than saying that the craving got the better of me. Dr. Miriam, I really am sorry. Mr. Murdoch, you know perfectly well that the rule has been in place for quite some time.
Here is $6 for being the best panda there is.
Thank you. I appreciate those $6. Thank you so much, my friend. That means a lot to me. You know perfectly well that the rule has been in place for quite some time. You're right. Coming up on 10 years now.
Huh? Oh, yeah. So where did the sudden uncontrollable urge come from then?
Honestly, I'm not so sure myself. After we had that horrible power outage, I've heard no end of complaints from the townsfolk. I guess it had just got to be too much and I needed a smoke to help cool me down.
Mr. Murdoch, I'm sorry. This is all because of what Grandpa and I did.
No, Tita, you haven't done anything wrong, so don't apologize. This doesn't really even have anything to do with the professor.
Maybe you should take a little break or something?
It seems to me that this was all because of too much stress. I do understand your situation, Mr. Murdoch. I think that I'm willing to forgive and forget in this case.
What? Really?
Instead, I'm going to insist that you take a decent break. You're just going to ruin your health if you go on like this.
All right. Once things settle down a little bit, I'll plan on using some of my vacation time. I'm still sorry for this whole mess, though.
It's water under the bridge. You need to focus on your health.
I will. I guess I'll be going now.
Whoa, that's kind of sad. It's not like he was trying to cause any trouble or anything. Be that as it may, the factory is still his responsibility. Well, that much is true. Now I really must thank you all. You've handled this case brilliantly. You're welcome. I think half the credit has to go to Antoine, though. Yeah, no kidding. I'm glad my suggestion bore fruit. I trust it'll be nice to him if you should meet him again. Of course. Well, thank you again for your help. I'll be certain to call upon you again should another incident arise. Glad to help. I think we'll be on our way then. See you later. Bye, Antoine.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate your help in resolving this matter. If I need your help in the future, I'll contact you. Okay, let's go. Well, I'm wearing the cool shoes, so we'll go turn these quests in to Kilika then and have her congratulate us for being so good. Just kidding. She'll just be like, wow, you did what you're supposed to do. What do you want from me? Bye, Antoine. At least hanging out in the place. The Trap Plains Road. We gotta find the Trap Plains Road. Let's do the Ritter Road monster. 'Cause that's right there, and that's Ritter Road's not too long, so we'll go fight the Ritter Road monster, provided I don't get wrecked doing so. I guess I'll wait till I find the monster to save. Directly in front of him. Regular guy, regular guy, regular guy. Okay, he's either right over here to Stankheim Gate, or... Sorry, I keep... Oh, here he is. That's definitely him. Okay, so file, save. Let's fight this jerk. Man, that's rude. Okay, let's go. I guess we'll get rid of the little guys first. Craft, Hurricane, on. Can I get like 3 in there? Yeah. Don't worry, Jake. I'll make sure to say hello to Antoine every time you pass by him. Well, that's a nice big area of effect.
Prepare to meet your doom!
Oh, it's so fun that we got those guys blinded. Cat, and then what's the black square represent? Oh, those jerks call for backup. I don't appreciate that. It was just supposed to be a car. Oh, oh, a cat. Oh, like double cats? Because I can see the first cat. Nice. Okay, now we just got the big guy to worry about. Wow. Okay, rude. Yeah, you attack. Art. Tira on... Can you get a let Tira out? No. Get Tira on yourself. That's strange. You just sent the one cat? Oh, well, I can see the one cat then. But it's like a one... Yeah, because it's a cat in a black box every time you do it. It's so strange. What mystery abounds there. Okay, what? Tira on... Oh, you're not going to get to him in time here. Use an item on him then. Use... Yeah, use the monster sushi on Joshua.
We're good to go.
Nice.
All right, we're good to go.
Okay, and since we're supposed to go all the way to Stankheim Gate with these shoes on, I'll do that. We'll talk to people there, and then we'll go back to... Oh, I went the other wrong. Oh no, this is right. We'll go to Stankheim Gate. We'll just talk to the people there for funzos. And then we'll run back to Zeiss, turn that quest in, and then call it for the evening. These are all historical ruins. It's a pretty famous tourist spot. We're all kind of used to seeing it every day ourselves. But I'm impressed that people built all of this without any help from orbments. What? I was just soaking in all of these buildings. You can climb up here from the Stankheim Gate all the way to the Anberg Wall. It's worth taking the time to see at least once. Okay, I'll check it out. Why not? The Queen's birthday celebration is coming up soon. We should have a drill to practice police procedure during a busy period one time. I need to file a report to Chief Warrant Officer Dale for that drill. Welcome to the Stankheim Gate. Take time to enjoy the majesty of the Annenberg Wall while you're here. Okay. I've actually heard good things about this restaurant. I've heard the menu here can be a little bit exotic. 5-star restaurants like the Anta Rose are certainly nice, but the charm of places like this is a nice change. Oh my, how delicious. It seems the meals are liberal-based with a few Eastern spices to add extra flavor. A creative and thoroughly original flavor character. We learned our pot of meat. When I was younger, I wanted to work in a big restaurant, but then I got to thinking, I decided that I was doing just fine right here. I mean, I'm right here in front of my customers, right? I have instant feedback. So I have to keep up my game. The best restaurant to work in is one where you're learning. What else you got for me, sir? Okay, we already have all this stuff.
Mom, who do you think is better, Private Jules or Private Hector? I like Private Jules, but he's a little bit too stiff. If I were you, I'd be trying to land that cook Sanders. He's hardworking, dedicated, and his eyes don't wander. He may not be much to look at, but he's dependable, and that's the most important thing a man can be. And he's probably a good listener to boot.
Just trying to hook your daughter up with the co-workers. Yes, I'm afraid I'm busy with official work right now. If you're in a hurry, I suggest you take your questions to someone else in the hall. I'm so happy. I'm in this beautiful place with the woman I love. The world is a wonderful place.
We just started dating and this is our first trip. He's been such a sweetie.
I like the sound of those gates opening. We're always staring off at the horizon, right? My eyes have gotten really sharp as a result. All my friends at home think there's something wrong with me, though. But it's just a side effect of the job. It's not like I'm sick or anything. Okie dokie, Smokey. Looks like that's that for here. I think that was all the doors in here too. Yeah. Or I meant this quest here. I guess it doesn't say exactly where to bring them, but he said like Elmo Village, Stankheim Gate, oh, and Wolf Gate, right? That's the other. Those are the 3 places I should go to with it. So like if I do those 3, that should be fine. I'll probably head to Wolf Gate when we find the hauler that's stuck in the trap plains around there. I always do this. But we're gonna turn in our monster quest now. Let's see how much money I have. Maybe I have enough to buy Tita her new orbital gun. Should be quite nice. Oh, I didn't talk to those people up on the balcony. I should do that. I didn't go onto the balcony roof. My son's got a point. There's far too much planter space up here and not enough flowers to fill it. I wonder if Soteria would part with a few flowers for me.
Total orbital shutdown. I've never even seen any records of such an event. If some experiment was the cause, I wonder exactly what kind of experiment it was.
Oops, I went back in. Didn't mean to do that. I don't know how to talk to this guy either. Alright, I did talk to that guy earlier. Okay, to the guild. Report my quests. Okay, so just the sneakers and the trap plains road. So I'll have those done easy peasy. Then, let's talk to... Yes, we want to go in here and buy the... I didn't mean to talk to this guy. I meant to shop. Buy... Okay, the craft cannon. Okay, there goes all my money, but that's okay. Equip Tita with craft cannon. Looks great. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, then we'll stop right here. All right, and I think that's gonna do it for us tonight here. I'm not all tangled up.